Alrighty, so this is going to be something new for the organization.
Yeah, very new. We've never done a deep dive into any of our storylines before, and this one, enough times passed that, what, I think we should go there, take a deep dive into the story of the Knights of Pontiac versus NW2.0 and what started it all.
Yeah.
And the first 3 videos, which Alistar is going to watch along with me, were essentially the demise of New World Organization and Mantis continuing on his Knights of Pontiac group, and the fallout of those groups, which it's been something that had been happening since 2005, and you hit like 2010, 2011-ish, and then this is where everything really got the ball rolling. Mantis was the perfect antagonist or protagonist, depending on which side you were on.
Yeah.
There really wasn't in this story a good guy or a bad guy. Whatever side you wanted to be on was the good guys, and then the other side, bad guys. It was all shades of gray.
Yeah.
There were equal reasons why you could see either NW2.0 or the Knights of Pontiac as either heroes or villains at any given time.
Mm.
Even though NW2.0 kind of took the more heelish route later on, because it only made sense to with certain things going on in real life and all that stuff.
It makes sense, yeah.
And you'll notice that, unfortunately, because the releases were so staggered from real-life things happening, that people would be holding championships that they might have lost by the point in time when the video came out. But we're not here to discuss that. We're just here to take a look at, the story. And everyone's lives in the group who were affected in a positive way from this. So we're going to start off with Mantis's first 2 promo videos, as well as my response video, which was in the middle of these 2. And I hope you all enjoy them and watch along with us.
NWO is out. We just took care of them a little while ago. But, turns out I'm not going to California, so if they try to get back up, I'm gonna be there to lead us to victory again.
Mantis, you think this is funny? You think this is a game to you? Well, just because you've gotten a few over on me doesn't mean I'm just going to roll over and let you walk all over me as you like. I have a few tricks still up my sleeve, and by the time it's all said and done, your Knights of Pontiac are going to be dead. You want a war, my friend? You got a war.
Big Boss, Knights of Pontiac now rule PDL with an iron fist, and there's nothing you can do about it. My deck is now stronger and more efficient than ever, and so is my friends. There's nothing else that you guys could ever do again.
So, that... you can definitely tell that you guys were just starting to...
Very much so.
...figure out what to do with the story.
Mantis figuring out his character and everything, how, like, getting through the nervousness and everything. You kind of get what he's saying, like, he's putting this whole, oh, I'm in charge of this thing.
Yeah.
Giving, a very energetic kind of, like, delivery, but me, I'm more of the methodical, slower... If you want to look at good wrestling promos, good antagonists, look at Harley Race, look at Triple H, Roman Reigns, one of those guys, or if you're looking for something outside of wrestling to use as a basis for the character, the closest thing to my character, the one that I use in the Pontiac Duelist League and Duelist Sans Frontières, is probably Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Where it's that slow, methodical delivery, but at the same time, he's always in control of the situation. even when he's not in control of the situation.
Yeah. Now, it does... You know what Mantis kind of reminded me of in his videos, especially that last one. He almost sounds like the stereotypical, like, protagonist to an anime. Like, with me and my friends, we can achieve any victory. I just I couldn't stop but kind of giggle at
Oh,
that.
no, you're perfectly fine. And that's kind of what we were going on early on in this and everything. Is like, we wanted him to be the, air quotes, babyface good guy. Whereas our group, we would be the heels, the villains, whatever you want to put it as. But it was getting the right dynamic, and me picking such, villainistic characters, people who weren't that energetic.
Yeah.
It's a complete 180 from my normal personality, which, I talk a lot and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But once that switch gets flipped, I have to be that character. And sometimes it takes a little bit to get in that mindset in order to do deliveries, because, like Mantis's videos, as you could tell, we did them in one take.
Yeah.
Mine, I would maybe take 2 takes, 3 takes. Sometimes I've even taken 10 takes on a video.
I feel that.
Because it's like, I don't feel like my delivery's right. And for the character that I'm trying to do, it has to be the right delivery. So...
Yeah. Now, do you remember what kind of decks you guys were running back in the day?
The deck that I was using was a Herakathy / Dunamis / Dark Magician / Exodia deck.
Okay.
Mantis was running his kind of chaos everything. He had his Earthbound Immortal, I believe it was Uru. He had the Pinball of Doom, which is Wicked Avatar. KeiyarlaDraga had her hero deck, which was more of a basic hero deck, more bare bones, but she had Slifer in it.
Yeah.
Which, odd choice for a hero deck, but for her it worked, though.
If I remember correctly, heroes did have a couple of draw cards in their archetype.
Yeah, they did.
So...
Executioner, his Win Some More deck, but it was a lot more bare bones.
Yeah.
Anubis was running a Blue Eyes, Egyptian God, Exodia deck.
Interesting.
It worked. It was an offensive Exodia deck. He kept the high attack point stuff out while he could search the pieces and everything.
That makes sense.
You're not going to be able to punch through Ultimate Dragon in normal ways, and if he's running Imperial Order and other stuff to protect his monsters, he's well defended.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Corvus was using his deck based on Root Beer Guy and Tiger Kings, which was VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon deck. Some Cyber Dragon in it, and then you throw in Obelisk the Tormentor because you could spam summon with that, and then Tribute 2 for Big Boom.
Yeah, Big Boom.
And then Savaril was running a Synchro deck, which he comes in much later into this.
Yeah.
But, for now, the big thing, the next big move in this story is the recruitment of 2 of Mantis's own Knights of Pontiac, LordlAnubis and Savaril. They're going to defect from the Knights of Pontiac to this new faction, this NW2.0, which was, at the point in time, unnamed, as you could tell.
Yeah.
There's no logo, there's no intro. It's just black static. And I wanted to show that difference, that the Knights of Pontiac were like color and all this stuff, whereas NW 2.0, very monochromatic, black and white.
Which still kind of appears even today.
Yeah, because it works. And it's like, why change appearance when, it's something that's successful and it's easily identifiable with that faction.
True.
But let's take a look at the next couple of videos, which was the unveiling of NW 2.0, as well as Mantis and KeiyarlaDraga trying to find their third man for the Knights of Pontiac, who has gone MIA. So I hope you enjoy that section just as much as you did this first one. Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here, and right now I am here to redeclare war on the Knights of Pontiac. You see, Mantis, KeiyarlaDraga, Raven, this is not over by a long shot. You tried to humiliate us, you tried to take us out, but you failed. The Executioner won Extreme Elimination 9 and retained his world title. No matter how hard you tried to stop him, you failed. However, New World Organization has kind of fallen apart in the past year and a half. So I've decided to reboot it. New World Organization is dead. Now you're going to see the rebirth, the reintroduction of New World Organization 2.0. And right now, I'd like to introduce the two men who are going to make it all possible. The Pontiac Duelist League World Tag Team Champions, Savaril and LordlAnubis. Anubis, you have one of the most storied histories in PDL. You unified the PDL and NW2.0 titles earlier this year. You unified the Knights of Pontiac and PDL Tag Team Champions to become the first World Tag Team Champion of PDL. And then you made the smart decision to kick KeiyarlaDraga to the curb. Good job, by the way, on that.
Yep.
But I have just one question for you. You faced Zankic a grand total of 3 times in your PDL career. Who was the duelist who put him down every single time?
Me.
Exactly. You did what no other duelist could do. You have an undefeated record against one of the co-founders of the Pontiac Duelist League, and possibly the greatest duelist ever in the history of the Pontiac Duelist League. You've carved your own path, your own history, your own career, and you've proven exactly why you deserve to be in PDL. Savaril, you came in knowing nothing about the Pontiac Duelist League or our ways of dueling. At all. You were just some traditional format junkie who came in and saw the light of the Pontiac Duelist League, who saw the light of New World Organization, and you decided to team with LordlAnubis and find your way to the World Tag Team Championship. And better yet than that, you found your way to the Pontiac Duelist League Hardcore Championship. You see, these two duelists here in front of you are champions. And as you know, as of today, LordlAnubis has just won back the Knights of Pontiac FTW title, leaving you guys all beltless. You see, this is the start of a new beginning for NW2.0, and none of you have a chance to stop us now. LordlAnubis is the most deadly duelist I have ever seen in PDL. His deck is unmatched by almost even the Executioner. But Executioner, I want to warn you, try to cross us and we will put you down too. I promise you that. You may have been my tag team partner once, but you're not anymore. And this is the regenesis of PDL right here. And I am putting all of my faith behind these two men right here. These two deserve it more than anyone else in the history of our league, because they're going to take us back to the top. They have added prestige, honor, glory to every single title that they have held since they've joined PDL. LordlAnubis, I am so glad that I decided to keep you around, because you have proven time and time again that you have what it takes to be champion. Savaril, you have been one of the most dominant and brutal hardcore champions to ever exist, aside from LordlAnubis. I mean, he set the record with 175 days with that title. Let's see if you can match your mentor's record. That will be interesting to see if you can do. However, there is one last matter that I would like to address. Mantis, you're no match for this faction that I began to build in PDL. We are the champions and the legends of this industry. And now, Savaril and LordlAnubis are going to kick you to the curb. I guarantee it. Anubis, did you want to say anything as of this juncture?
The only thing I have to say is, you better watch out, because I'm coming for you.
How about you, Savaril? I think it's been covered. Great. Anyway, this has been the birth of NW 2.0, and we are officially signing off. You're either NWO 2.0 or you're just dust in the road.
fought, you know. Savaril has left. I don't know why, but I have a feeling you had something to do with it. The only thing left to do now is find Raven. So, get on that.
Okay.
Come in. Ah, wasn't expecting you today.
I wasn't expecting that to come here. Well, it's a good thing you're already sitting, because we have a problem.
Joy, what is it this time?
The Executioner.
Ah, him. Yes, he is kind of an enigma at this point, isn't he?
Yes, he has the world title, and frankly, I'm not very sure what side he's on.
I don't either. So, if worst comes to worst and he does side with the Knights of Pontiac, I'm sure you can deal with him. And there's just one thing that I've been curious about too. Why haven't you gone after him after all this time?
I figured I'd let him get some joy out of it.
Before you crush his dreams?
Yep.
Perfect. But he shouldn't be a threat. Worst comes to worst, I'll let you and take care of him.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, both tag team champions against the world champ. Sounds good in my book. Anyway, glad to see that you have your FTW title back.
Yep.
Out of curiosity, where's the belt, my friend?
That one I will tell you when I find out. I believe Josh has it.
Yeah, I thought he did. But at this juncture, we can't be sure. But as a last memory, I do believe he still does have the physical belt.
Okay.
So we need to find him.
Yes.
But that brings up another subject too, the Knights of Pontiac.
Of course, them.
Yes. I don't think they've been able to find him yet.
That's not good.
Because I've even tried calling him to maybe recruit him to our side, give us the numbers advantage.
Yeah, that'd be
No
good.
answer.
I haven't seen him, I haven't heard from him.
He's always been somewhat of an enigma, but this time, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have actually a favor to ask you.
What?
When Savaril's back in town, I want you and him to head over here and bring both of your tag team titles. I have something special for those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and one more issue too. Savaril's Hardcore Championship, don't worry. With how he's been dueling with that thing, I don't see him losing it anytime soon to the Knights of Pontiac.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, because after all, we still do, as of this juncture, have the numbers advantage 2 to 3. Our only concern is that Mantis has a knack for pulling people out of thin air. So that's another concern that we have to worry about.
The only problem is he has multiple people to face us.
Yeah, he's the one who found Savaril, remember?
Good point. He turned out to be quite an excellent asset.
Yes, but the good news is that Savaril decided to side with us. So that worked in our favor majorly.
Yes.
Oh yes, and I do have one other thing.
Yes.
Special for just you. But it'll be another week. I kind of have a surprise for everyone. Something that no one would expect.
I can only expect that from you.
Happy to hear. Well, anyway, nice meeting with you today.
Yep.
And good luck retaining your tag team titles. Don't forget, Mantis and KeiyarlaDraga are still the #1 contenders.
True, but I don't think they'll be able to defeat us.
I don't think they have a chance in hell. Oh yeah, and just in case they do defeat you, your ass is out of NW2.0. Just think of that.
My friend, you have nothing to worry about.
Happy to hear.
I'm Savaril. I'm the Pontiac Duelist League new World Champion. They've unleashed a new monster, and my reign will be better than any other, even that of the previous holder, the Executioner.
So that was the second segment of that.
Yep, NW2.0. It's really there. Shocking introductions by LordlAnubis and Savaril.
Yep.
Recruiting Mantis' own guys out from underneath him, which Anubis had been in New World Organization, but we switched him over to Mantis' group just because they needed someone who was more competent in dueling and, you know, having me, Executioner, and Anubis on one side and Mantis Draga on the other, it really wasn't an even shake.
Yeah.
But once Savaril got in there, after Anubis had switched, well, then it started to be, you know, the dynamic of the group needed refreshing. Everything needed refreshing. You'll even notice that Executioner didn't even make an appearance in these early videos.
No.
He's not even going to make an appearance for a while in these things, I believe. Mantis' reply, sowing the seeds of some dissent in the Knights of Pontiac, blaming KeiyarlaDraga for her brother's disappearance and everything.
Yep.
Then you have the promo with me and Anubis talking about, you know, recent goings-ons, Knights of Pontiac and everything. And then something that you pointed out in that video.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a quick little threat towards Anubis in that video.
Which, honestly, it was just showing, hey, we're the best. You either hold on to those or your ass is grass. But it's like, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about with him. I mean, he had it. He knew what he was doing as dueling. This was the best that Anubis and Savaril were at this time.
Yeah.
And then you have the unexpected video, which we had to shoot impromptu, which was Savaril won the World Championship in a triple threat, defeating myself and Executioner. Completely unplanned. And that's why that one looks so out of place, is that we didn't have a script. We didn't have a storyline for that. It's like, holy shit, NW2.0 now has all the gold. Literally.
Yeah.
And the holders are Anubis and Savaril. I don't have any championships starting in the story. None. Because the world title and NW2.0 are unified because our rated R belts with Dave Milliken.
Yep.
Knights of Pontiac, which I'm calling it the Pontiac Duelist League hardcore because, you know, disparaging the Knights of Pontiac name and everything.
Yep.
Savaril has, but is going to be forced to give it up. They have the tag titles.
Yep.
And then Anubis has the Knights of Pontiac fuck the World Championship, but the belt, Corvus owned it, and we decided to make it into a storyline that, hey, why doesn't he have the belt? Well, someone else literally owns the belt, so we cannot have it on his person. What better way than to explain it away than, oh, no one can find him.
Yeah.
And that'll be another big story arc in this where he's disappeared, and then all of a sudden, when he comes back in, Executioner coming in later, it's just all the pieces are starting to fall into place, but it's a very slow burn. It's simmering.
Yeah.
It's not instantly. All sides are forged, battle lines drawn, all that stuff. We're building to it. We're taking our time with it.
Yeah.
You don't just want to jump into something immediately.
Yeah.
Sowing some dissent in the ranks of the Knights of Pontiac, with Mantis maybe not being that squeaky clean good guy that people think he was in the beginning.
Yeah, because his first two promo videos were him being this, well, as I said before, a stereotypical protagonist from an anime. But then we get to see the next video, which isn't really a promo, it's more of just a context video or something. And you see him blame others for a mistake maybe he caused or
had no control of.
over. Yeah.
Zero control over. So, you know, But it's just adding another facet to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Just showing that there's dissension in the ranks of the Knights of Pontiac, which we'll use that in future to have explained away why Savaril and Anubis left.
Yep.
But we're going to get into our next set of videos here, which, a little bit more Mantis and a little bit more of, myself and LordlAnubis and Savaril. So, holy shit, Savaril's got the World Championship belt, and NW2.0 controls it all, so get to see the next part of the story unfold.
Hello everybody, LordlAnubis here, and I have some bad news. I regret to inform you that HollywoodBigBoss's cashing in of his money in the bank was not valid, for I had not signed his contract before he did it. Meaning that now, after I have signed his contract, he is still the money in the bank holder. This has been LordlAnubis signing off.
You know this is all your fault.
Why is it my fault?
He's your brother!
So?
You should know where your brother is. He comes home.
I don't care.
At least you should have. I mean, when was the last time you seen him?
I don't know, but it ain't my fault.
It is your fault.
No, it ain't.
You should take the blame anyway. Hey, who the hell? This is Josh's deck. This isn't good. You need to find him.
Okay. Sheesh.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here, the leader of NW2.0, and I'm here to reaffirm my desire to destroy the Knights of Pontiac. You see, Mantis, KeiyarlaDraga, Raven, you're nothing. LordlAnubis and Savaril, and myself will take... What the fuck are you doing here? Whose side are you really on anyway? What in the hell? Oh my. This can't be. Can it?
So, we went from pretty standard videos to what I describe as two different flavors of crazy. You got Mantis on one end, who, by the way, has some fantastic, judo moves in that video. Just getting absolutely, like, already looks like he wants to be done with this at the end of that one. And then you have the next video, which has Executioner pop into frame for like a second, hands you a deck, walks away with no context on why he's there. You look through the deck, searching for, I'm guessing, every single card to affirm what deck it is, and then just bursts out laughing to the point where I'm pretty sure your neighbors were probably thinking about giving you a noise complaint.
Okay, so context. First video, LordlAnubis reaffirms contract wasn't signed. He signed it, and we actually made a real-life thing that happened into a storyline. So I still had my money in the bank contract. My cash-in wasn't valid. Even though the duel was booked as a triple threat, I was cashing in anyway, whatever. But second video, Mantis going full bore on KeiyarlaDraga. Full bore.
Very, very traumatic.
Very on the nose. He's your brother. Why don't you see him? And then Executioner pops into frame, hands Mantis's KeiyarlaDraga's brother's deck. And he's like, oh, this is not good. Because he gives him his deck, and it's like, what happened to him?
Yep.
And as he said, the world's greatest karate moves of all time from Mantis.
When he was just getting angry, he just does like a flying kick or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, it was Bruce Lee level of, oh man, Chuck Norris would have a problem with that right there. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, have you seen moves that good before?
Mantis, nothing against you, but damn.
He goes from, being a dick to her, and you can't help but laugh about him being a dick to her.
Oh, Lord.
And then me losing my shit, and I'm going to give you some extrapolation into that. The deck that Executioner had handed me was his own physical deck. His main Harpy Samort deck. Which had Harakathy in it. And I decided once I hit Harakathy, I would bust out laughing. It didn't really show up on camera.
No, it did not.
But the effect was there that essentially he's joining NW2.0 without saying he's joining NW2.0. Which is why my character's going so, oh my god, I got both him and Anubis in NW2.0.
Yeah.
Is something going to give here? No, not yet. We're building to something else. But holy shit, this is just so... The comedy's there along with the seriousness,
And then just a little side note. It is so hard to organize these videos.
No kidding.
Just because...
Labeling.
And it's always that black static.
It doesn't give us any other indication of what the video is. It's just either static screen or NW2.0 logo.
Yeah.
And the Knights of Pontiac stuff, we can discern because there's no...
intros.
Added effects. Like, they're plain Jane. They're not very fucked with, but...
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Sit down, boy. You're just getting into the ride right now.
Jesus.
But, on to the next set.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here once again with LordlAnubis. And I bet you're wondering why I'm holding this deck box in my hand.
Kinda.
But before we get to that, I would like to introduce, at this moment, the new Pontiac Duelist League World Champion, Savaril. Congratulations, my friend, on defeating the Executioner and bringing the belt home to the winning team. You did excellent, my friend. But there's one more issue that we have to resolve. As you guys know, I had a little meeting with the Executioner. So, that's kind of why this is involved. But first, I just had one question for Savaril. Why did you decide to defect from the Knights of Pontiac?
Mantis thought it would be in his best interest to try and claim all my victories as credit as his own. And ever since leaving, I have become a much better duelist, and evolved much further than he ever could have brought me.
What about you, Anubis? You were teamed with Mantis. What do you have to say about him?
Let's say, when he doesn't get his way, he gets a little pissy. Not my kind of style.
So at this time, I would like to bring in the fourth man to NW2.0, the Executioner. I bet you guys never thought that he would be in our faction, huh? However, there's a reason why he's holding this particular trash can. Savaril, LordlAnubis, I demand that both of you, right now, drop your tag team belts in this trash can. These belts, as of this juncture, are now garbage in PDL. And as I promised, you will be getting your new belts very, very shortly. Executioner, for all of your work that you have done for NW 2.0, I hereby hand you back what you gave me, your deck. But there is one more issue that we have to deal with, my friends. Savaril, you're the current hardcore champion. LordlAnubis, would you mind?
Sorry, man.
As of this moment, the Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Championship is now vacant. And since Mantis was throwing such a fit over his Best of 7 series being cancelled, I'd say that series continues. The Executioner will face off against Mantis for the Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Championship. Destroy him. Become champion once again. You held the world title for 198 days, Executioner, and regrettably you lost it to one of your own in our group. So, did you have anything you wanted to say? Nope. But I do have one thing that I'd like to do for you. Hang on to that for us. It looks good on you. But now, everyone, can you see the power that NW 2.0 now wields in PDL? We are now the most dominant faction in the history of this organization. And with Savaril as our world champion taking over where the Executioner left off, no one is going to beat us. LordlAnubis, is there anything you wanted to add to this little picture?
There's not much I can say except we're going to take everybody out that gets in our way.
And one more issue. I know that the Raven is hiding somewhere like a scared little girl. We are going to find you and rip you to shreds. And I am happy to send my two best soldiers after him, the Executioner and LordlAnubis. Savaril, nothing personal, but you're world champion. You have other issues to worry about other than the Knights of Pontiac as of this juncture. So that's why I'm giving them the brunt of the work. You, my friend, I have very big plans for. But anyway, this is HollywoodBigBoss, the Executioner, LordlAnubis, and the new Pontiac Duelist League World Champion, Savaril, signing off.
Hey. Found him.
What are you doing here, ass bugs?
What the hell's going on?
The deception in PDL is not very good, my friend. I'm not going to have any part of this.
What the hell are you talking about?
There's deception.
Who's deception?
There is deception, and I'm going to have no part of it.
What deception?
You're going to find out soon, my friend.
Oh yeah, right. Hey! What the hell is in your... Oh! Oh,
Hey, you okay?
I think I lost my change. There goes some more.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone. The hottest faction in dueling today, NW2.0, is back with a vengeance. We have the Executioner himself, holding the current Hardcore Championship of PDL. We have Savaril, who just retained his world title in one of the greatest triple threat duels I've ever seen. And we have LordlAnubis, who is still the FTW champion. And I must say, things couldn't be better from where I'm standing. Because right here behind me are two of the greatest tag team champions in the world. And also, I have something to tell you as well. I have made an effort to get 2 new tag team titles for you and Savaril. However, the only condition is, you will get them if you win the tag team unification match involving the Kankakee Duelist League tag team champions. How's that sound?
Sounds like it's going to be an easy belt winning.
What do you say, Savaril?
I've got to agree with my quite excellent tag team partner with this one.
Good. It's glad to see that we're all running in sync, unlike those Knights of Pontiac who can't stop beating the crap out of each other. I don't get that. How can they stay together in a faction like that when they're tearing each other apart 24/7? Any ideas? I mean, you two were part of that faction. What the heck is their deal?
That's why we're here.
Yeah, thank God.
True.
Oh yeah, but I do have one more minor announcement. Executioner, Savaril. There will be one more rematch. Triple threat for your Pontiac Duelist League World Championship. And that duel is going to be unlike anything we've ever been in the history of PDL. Because it's going to be a poison duel. Savaril, Executioner, the end of this rivalry of ours is here. And at the next event, I will have the pleasure of dueling 2 of the greatest PDL World Champions in the history of this Duelist League. But Mantis, Raven, KeiyarlaDraga, there's one thing I don't get. What the heck is the Raven's deal about this deception? There is no deception in PDL. It's black and white, just as you see here today. There is nothing to hide. We have stated time and time again what our goal is. To save PDL from being ripped apart by you. And even the Executioner agrees with me on this one. That's why he decided to side with greatness and us in NW 2.0. And I am happy to have you back in our group again, my friend. Thank you. But we also do have one last little surprise for the KDL Tag Team Champions. But we'll get into that at the next event. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, last marching orders for you guys. Defeat Mantis in the last duels of that Best of 7 series for that hardcore title. I know you can do it. You're the man. You're the Predator. You are a 198-day world champion. Get it done like you've always done before, my friend. You have an FTW title defense against the Raven. The Raven is a joke now. No one can take you down. I mean, you've just been sitting back in the breeze, letting everyone get passed by you. No one can even touch you. So make sure that the Raven does not get a hold of that belt, my friend. And you will be on the road to greatness once again. Because if he doesn't beat you for that title, well, you might be next in line for a world title shot, my friend. How's that sound?
Sounds like it's been long been waiting for.
And nice job defending your tag team titles tonight, too.
Thank you.
But in closing, I would like to say that this is the greatest collection of duelists that PDL has ever had in our history. And I could not be happier to be with this group of guys right here. This is the elite of PDL. This is NW 2.0. And There's one question that I've always wondered. Why do some people always fight to be last in line when they could be first? Any answers?
Nope.
But anyway, that closes today's NW2.0 promotion. Hollywood Big Boss, along with the Executioner, Savaril, and LordlAnubis, signing off.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
I hate deception, man. I hate it. 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 Man, you hate it too? Yeah, so do I. I hate it too, man. Man, 10 years of this shit. Man, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, man. Ah, man, I hate it. I hate it, man.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Deception, man. Look behind you. Look around. I smell that it's deception. It's not your shit. It's deception, man. It's deception. God, I hate it. I hate it.
You got stuff going on about this.
It's not good for your health.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
That's for kicking me in the balls. You alright?
Yeah.
It's really lost. So what next?
I don't know.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello. Ah, Anubis. Great to see you here today.
It's good to be here.
So what brings you to my neck of the woods this time around?
Visiting my friends and colleagues.
Agreed. So how's life been treating you recently?
It's been treating me. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, it has been treating you. And by the way, down
What?
there,
What is this for?
I think you know what it's for.
Why?
Do I really have to explain? Honestly? Do it.
You're the boss. So.
Do it. Good, good. I'll take that. Inside the box, inside the closet.
Box inside the closet. All
Box
right.
inside the closet, my friend.
Box. Ooh, box. What the? Oh my. You didn't.
I did? What do you think?
That is gorgeous.
Now do you see my rationale and things?
Yeah. You know what? You gave me a present. I think I got one for you too.
Okay. And what would that be?
Merry Christmas, my friend.
No way. You found it.
Yep.
You actually found it.
Yeah, it was with my cards and everything. I don't even know how it was there.
Yeah, I don't see how that would even be possible either. The last time that I had it...
Yeah.
Wait a second. Last time that was at an event, Mantis was there.
You don't think.
Did you see him recently? Just by himself or something like that?
Not that I can recall, no.
Come on, think harder. Was there any time that you ran into him or anything where you had your cards on you?
Yeah, actually I did.
Where?
It was downtown by the courthouse. I was walking, and I just kind of bumped into him.
You were heading to the event, probably, weren't you?
Yeah.
Figures. I knew that he had something to do with this. He's trying to drive a wedge between you and me. That isn't going to work.
No, it's not.
So, what do you think of your new present?
I think it's beautiful.
You, my friend, I owe you big time for this.
What are friends for?
Thanks.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Can you believe that?
He's lost it.
He just totally went right after me. Well, of course, I did go after him a little bit. That was pretty good. I know it's you. Oh man, I know it's you. Oh god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh god. Cut it out! Jesus Christ! What the hell is your problem? It's that deception, man. It's fucking me over, dude. There's nothing going on! There's nothing going on. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. Hello everyone, LordlAnubis, the current New World Organization FTW champion, along with the World Tag Team champion. Now, I've had this title for a while, and I'm going to prove myself even more with it. I'm going to slaughter every single person in PDL to defend this title, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going for the World Champion. So, whoever the World Champion is by then, you better watch out, because you're going to die. The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
So,
Lot to unpack here.
yeah, that was something.
Yeah.
On one side of the coin, you have NW2.0, who has their shit together right now.
Unified. Strong.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what the fuck they're doing.
With solid picks of LordlAnubis, Savaril, and now Executioner joining into the fray.
Yep, and establishing actually that it was the deck. I had forgotten that I had actually, said that it was the deck. Having all the championships.
Yep.
Anubis getting a brand new belt for his efforts and everything.
And then the removal of the old belts of the tag team.
and the removal of the old FTW belt.
Yep.
Because I didn't own that one anymore, so...
And then there's the other side of the coin.
The Knights of Pontiac, which...
has lost all chill and has no synergy whatsoever.
Mantis woke up and chose violence.
Apparently.
And so did his other teammate, male teammate. He's not all there. He's not playing with a full deck anymore.
Nope.
And one thing that I'll actually make a note of in the second video, you could actually see when he went down. Well, yeah, the second video, which was shot kind of at dusk at that football field when his sleeve rolled up, you could see all the burn marks that he had put into his arm and everything. So it's not an act that he's mental. He's like legit mental and trying to cover it up. But, you know, I didn't know how bad the situation was, but we were trying to make chicken salad out of, you know, what we had. And it's like, Knights of Pontiac, they were good duelists. We actually shot, I believe, the last two of their promos on the same day, and then the first one was like a week earlier at night.
Yeah.
But I wanted the Knights of Pontiac stuff in color, so that way people would have a difference between... There's very solid differences between NW2.0 and how they do business, and the look of the Knights of Pontiac, which is very, you know... NW2.0 is kind of like grunge music, you know? It's kind of got that feel where it's like dark and, you know, that whole thing, scheming, but our schemes are working. And we're being very upfront with what we're wanting to do.
Yes.
But your observations, I mean, Mantis getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
You can hear the change fall out of his pocket.
Yep. And
he did lose his change legit out of his pocket, which was hilarious. And he legit got kicked in the testicles.
Yeah.
And that was painful. And
then you have this next two that are just them scrapping.
And he legit bashing his head off of the bleachers and everything and into the building, not catching himself before it happens, legit actually, you know, doing that, and then doing another one where they're scrapping, and unfortunately camera angle was missed where Mantis punches him in the back of the head, but that's what that was intended to relay, and KeiyarlaDraga's like, fuck this shit, I'm out!
Yeah, literally just standing in the background, not knowing what to do, and seeing her two teammates just go to town on each other.
It's like,
you know, at first you see Knights of Pontiac and you're like, yeah, they're going to be such a good group, you know, they have this synergy, it's all, you know, happy-go-lucky, and then it just devolves into...
It's not even Game of Thrones Red Wedding, it's fucking...
It's just... Oh, what would be like the redneck version of the Red Wedding? That's what it is. There's no deception, it's just... It's just scrapping.
Yeah, it's just like he's lost his shit, and him and Mantis both have chosen violence.
Yeah.
And
oh my lord.
Yeah.
They're like Ed with both of them having the pebble in their shoe.
Yeah, and
just bashing at each other.
There's no friendship anymore in the Knights of Pontiac. Not at this point anyway. It's brutal.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you wanted to particularly cover? Because, oh boy, this is...
No, because, like, there's not really a whole lot to unpack with those videos. It was just, wow, those are some haymakers.
Yeah, and wow, throwing their body weight at each other. And, but there was some foreshadowing in there with KeiyarlaDraga being gone after and everything.
That is true.
We were kind of sowing the seeds for that a little bit, but not too much. We just wanted people to be like, whoa, he's off his fucking rocker. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So on to the next section of videos.
Next section.
God help us all.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here once again with Savaril and the Executioner, and as you'll notice, LordlAnubis is unfortunately absent. A family emergency has emerged and he will not be taking part in a few of the next few promos. But we wish him well and a speedy recovery. However, here's myself and the Executioner and Savaril here, standing strong as ever, even without him. We miss you, Anubis, and we hope you get well soon and everything. Savaril, the world title match that we had recently has been some of the best series of duels that I've ever been in. And I'd just like to know how the hell you pulled it off.
Keep my head low, thinking things through.
And I must say, you are a worthy duelist to be holding that world championship right now. Executioner, you have buried Mantis time and time and time again for that hardcore title. KeiyarlaDraga managed to snatch it from you once or twice, but it's no big deal, because you've always gotten it back. Congratulations on keeping a firm grip on that title. However, we come to our next segment of discussion. The Knights of Pontiac infighting has grown to new lengths, as Mantis has hospitalized the Raven with a severe concussion. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on over there. Savaril, was it always like that when you were a part of that group?
No. Must be something they're trying out.
I don't get it. But another issue comes to mind. What the hell is that deception that the Raven's talking about? Any ideas, guys? Because I'm just as clueless as you probably are. This doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, fine, if you guys want to tear each other to shreds, by all means, go ahead. Just leave us out of it. But anyway, KeiyarlaDraga, you will be the next victim on the NW2.0 killing field because you face Savaril for the World Championship in 2 weeks' time. You see, Savaril has beaten two of the best tag team and singles legends in PDL. He beat me and the Executioner on 4 occasions. And I must say that each one of those duels has been a pleasure. And Executioner, I know his opinion is the same as mine, is that the torch has probably been passed to Savaril. He has taken his rightful place in PDL history as one of the most dominant world champions we've ever had. And I am proud to have you standing right here beside us, the original 2 NW2.0 members. Because you see, me and the Executioner had been in talks about getting this whole thing together since New World Organization was falling to shreds. However, KeiyarlaDraga, be ready, because you're facing the beast. And Mantis, Raven, I don't know what the hell your problem is, but if you keep it up, this ain't even going to be a fight for us. The Knights of Pontiac are practically dead now as it is, and we haven't even done anything yet. I mean, come on. I had this whole thing planned out, and I'm not allowed to get the ball rolling because of their incompetence. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, you saw what he did to the guy. He hit him in the back of the head. That ain't right. On any scale. Anyway, NW 2.0 will still continue forward with our mission to destroy the Knights of Pontiac, and I feel that if we cut the head off of that beast, that everything will return to normal. Executioner, you're with me. Mantis will be our target, seeing as LordlAnubis will not be able to fulfill that task himself. So we will bring the Knights of Pontiac to their knees and then some. Savaril, KeiyarlaDraga is all yours. The Raven, I'm not even going to deal with that yet. That guy has lost his fucking mind. I'm serious. This is beyond crazy. But anyway, Savaril, is there anything you wanted to add? Executioner, did you want to add anything? Why am I not surprised you don't want to add anything? You know, he's always been like this. He's never said a word. But we like him that way. Wouldn't you agree? Silent but violent. The best kind of person. But anyway, This is HollywoodBigBoss, signing off with the Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Champion, the Executioner, and the Pontiac Duelist League Tag Team and Undisputed World Champion Savaril. These two duelists are literally the future of PDL right here, and I could not be happier to have them as my personal friends. And I'm glad you decided both to come over to NW2.0. This is HollywoodBigBoss, the Executioner, and our greatest world champion Savaril, signing off.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
I didn't think it was possible, but I got my the PDL title with 400 life points. It was so nice. What about you?
I'm planning on keeping mine. And since we got these two, we might as well destroy the rest of the NW 2.0.
Starting with LordlAnubis.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's compensated for something. I don't know.
He has one half of the tag team and the FTW, yes. And I think, if I remember correctly, Savaril has the other half of the tag team.
Yeah, but he only has one. A half of something. And as easily as I beat him before, it won't be that hard to take a tag team title from him. So, let's just start with LordlAnubis first. Him and his all omnipotenceness or something? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not good at that stuff. Anyway, well, there's not much. What about that one dude? Never mind, forget that. Here's the other guy on NW 2.0, but I don't think he has anything, so I think we only need to go after the people that have stuff and take it from them.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Come in. What happened out there? What happened? I mean, we had everything. The world title and the hardcore gone. I mean, what the hell? What was that? How? We can't take a loss like this. What do we do? I mean, they were ripping each other apart at the seams. Mantis and the Raven, they were trying to kill each other. I don't get it. How can they do that? How'd they regroup like that? What do we do? I don't have an answer.
We regroup. One man's sick, one man's got family. It's a rough patch.
Yeah, you know something, you're right. It's just a speed bump in the road for us. And besides, I'd actually prepared for something like this just in case. You see, I do have a backup plan as well. A very good backup plan. What do you think?
Good.
NW 2.0 is back. We're going to tear the Knights of Pontiac apart at the seams. Thank you, Savaril. Thank you. Now let's kick their ass.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Well, we got it. First of the year, too. Well, I can't believe I still only had 400 life points and I kicked him to the curb. Man, I was certain Savaril was gonna defeat me, though. Anyway, looks like things are looking up for a little while. I got this, the PDL title, and KeiyarlaDraga has the hardcore title. You got nothing. NW2.0 has been beaten for the first of the year to have the PDL title. Of course, they were stripped of one of their people, but not much I can do about that. What are you doing here? Wipe that smile off your face.
We done it, man. We done it.
Who's we?
We destroyed the deception, my friend. We did.
You talking about Savaril?
Yes.
What about NW2.0? Keep that off.
Yes.
Anyway, this belongs to all of us now.
Yes.
Considering, well, assuming you're still part of our faction, that is.
Yep.
Well, it's good to have you back. Your sister has a hardcore title.
Which I want back. She can have this if she wants.
No, that's mine. Anyway, we're gonna continue winning because we're all chock full of that, aren't we?
Damn right!
Excellent.
And also, we all have head full of acid, shitloads of grass in us, and we can do anything we fucking want.
You might have a head full of acid, but I'm clear as a bell. And we might have to get you clean of that, too. Because I think our faction has a drug policy. I don't enforce it. You know, we might get kicked out of the whole league if something like that gets found out. Anyway, still ready to be tag team partners?
Yes.
Good. At least I won't be alone out there. Because I'm going straight for the head.
And we're
Stop
gonna
laughing, you
bitch slap, gib slap all those assholes.
You laugh at the worst times.
Yes.
I'm talking about the head guy. The head cheese.
Yeah.
The leader guy.
I need a pod.
You know who I'm talking about.
And I need a pod partner. Say hello to my pod partner.
Pod.
Say hello.
Hi. Pod.
Like you see in a swarm of dolphins. Stinging. Hybrid dolphin.
But I'm Mantis. I'm not a aquatic type person.
Then I'll be the... I need a pod partner. Here's my pod team partner.
Team partner. But I don't like pods. Scare the hell out of me.
Yes, they do too. Especially those cat scans. You know.
Cat scan?
Yes. This big old...
You're talking about dolphin pod.
Oh.
Anyway.
That's a slower trippy than an acid trip. This promo.
You would know, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
By the way, next time you go all crazy like that, I'm gonna kick your ass twice as hard.
Let's have a rematch.
Maybe later. Give me that. Jeez. Well, I guess you're looking at the new tag team partners.
The hybrid dolphins.
We're not doing the pod.
Oh. Jesus. We're not doing the swarm either.
Never said we were. That's a lot more annoying than hurtful. So don't make me laugh, okay?
Paul London and Brian Danielson has not been on us.
That's mine!
Jesus Christ. Turn that off, mister.
Well, I guess this is Mantis and whoever that new guy is.
So,
yeah.
That is actually a really good point of how did Knights of Pontiac, who were barely functioning at the time, actually get the titles.
The World Championship in the hardcore.
Yeah.
Yep, they won the duels. I mean, and I had to adjust the storyline, you know, accordingly. It's like Mantis wins the World Championship from Savaril with 400 life points. KeiyarlaDraga wins the hardcore. Anubis is absent because of a family thing. And yeah, it's, you know, it's got to change plans on the fly, and the Knights of Pontiac have two of the main titles. And
yeah, it's just, yeah, no, that's, you know, now we're starting to see NW2.0 doesn't have this flawless record now.
no, Savaril kind of pulls HollywoodBigBoss out of his funk storyline-wise, but there's something else that you've noticed too. The door to HollywoodBigBoss's room opens, and someone else is there.
Yeah.
It's not Executioner, it's not LordlAnubis, it's no one else that we've seen, but there's someone new in NW2.0 that no one knows about except for now Savaril and HollywoodBigBoss. HollywoodBigBoss is using his fucking nuclear option now, because losing those two championships, not good.
No.
Really not good.
And then that last video from Knights of Pontiac, I genuinely blanked for, or at least maybe I didn't blank.
The Mantis portion of the video was on track.
Yeah, it was
like him
coherent.
talking about the championship, coherent, very to the point, and then once the other member gets involved, it's like it completely goes off the rails. He's afraid of a dolphin pod.
Like, wow, there was just a lot of, yeah, I think I lost brain cells that I didn't know existed.
It's like it completely went off the fucking tracks. But you know that Mantis still has the world title.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just so, yeah, very...
think about that. He challenges Savaril for the world championship, only 400 life points left as hardcore champion.
Yeah.
And he beats him, starting the duel with 400 fucking life points.
Jeez. Yeah, that's a pretty big gloat there.
Yeah. And retain the hardcore title and set the record for lowest life points retaining the title at for that one. Record still stands to this day, too. 400 being the lowest. And retaining the title. But yeah, just fucking ridiculous, because it's like, yeah, such a great duelist in Savaril, and then all of a sudden he's not champion, and what the fuck?
Yeah, that's all I can think is, what the fuck? But yeah, no, there's not a whole lot to unpack from it, besides...
Had to adjust the storyline because of real-life things going on.
Yeah.
Knights of Pontiac have the titles. We're still hinting towards another member of NW 2.0, but... man, it's just getting interesting with what the characters are going to be doing here in the near future. And this next section, holy shit, you are in for one hell of a ride, because... Game of Thrones Red Wedding section is about to happen here.
Okay.
I mean, it's about to go really... You thought it was dark before. Holy shit, you're in for something now. But this concludes this part. Hope you guys enjoyed this section of the interview, and keep watching for the next part.
Thinking about using my insect deck and take over some of their monsters and using them against them. What about you?
I'm thinking of using my heroes. Offense, defense, the whole shebang.
Oh my god! What are these goddamn animals?
Yes. You! I saw you with the manta rays and the deceptors. I saw you, man. I saw you. Hey! Get off the acid, man! Again? What the hell?
Second time.
What the hell?
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here once again with LordlAnubis, the current Knights of Pontiac FTW champion, and the Executioner. Now, how has your little streak been going to prove your dominance in PDL with FTW title? I know you've defeated KeiyarlaDraga, the Executioner, and myself, and there's only 3 duelists left. So what do you think your odds will be against Mantis?
Let's see, Mantis, high.
What about the Raven?
Extremely high.
And Savaril?
That might be tricky. He's my tag team partner and everything.
And you know that he's had the world title for 70-some days when he had it. So
yes.
He is one tough nut to crack. No offense to him, but he is a very tough duelist. The Executioner, on the other hand, has been Captain Fumbles the Ball and keeps losing the hardcore title. I mean, come on, man! How hard is it to hold on to one stinking title?
Pretty easy for me.
Yeah, I will agree. You've had the title 100 days now. Congratulations, though. Big time.
Thank you.
I mean, that's huge. That's a landmark there, my friend.
Better than some people.
However, we have to thank one person at this time. There is one person who single-handedly saved NW2.0 as it is today. And I would like to invite her in, the diva of dueling herself, KeiyarlaDraga.
Welcome.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yep.
Our current PDL World Champion. She single-handedly defeated Mantis to get this belt back for us. And I must say that her choice of custom belts definitely does suit her.
I think I might pass on that belt.
Anyway, it looks better than the piece of crap Mantis was holding. And I think even she could agree with that.
I don't think it was what he was holding that was the piece of crap.
Yeah, I think I get where you're going with it. But anyway, KeiyarlaDraga, is there anything that you would like to say to your former teammates in the Knights of Pontiac, Mantis, and the Raven?
Not really, but good luck.
Because it seems that no matter how hard you tried, the Raven's mind is completely gone.
Yeah, you're his brother. That's
Your
not...
big sister?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's genetic. That's not genetic, right? You're not going to go crazy on us, are you?
No.
Alright, good.
Yeah, trust me. I've seen her parents. They're nothing like him. I mean, ballistic to a degree that we can't even go to.
Yeah, he's a little doo-doo.
So.
Just now you're figuring that out? But I bet you're wondering how I got KeiyarlaDraga away from the Knights of Pontiac, aren't you?
So, yeah.
How about you, Executioner? Any questions about how we were able to snatch one of them from their own group? Well, we'll simply tell you the answer right now. You know I was in talks with you and Savaril to get to you two to defect to our group. Well, the same thing was going on with her. However, I told her instead to wait, to bide her time, to find out what Mantis' game plan was. to find out what the Ravens' game plan was. However, for some reason or another, he seemed to think that there was a big deception going on within the Knights of Pontiac, when in reality there wasn't.
I think that was his game plan.
Yeah. But in reality, it wasn't a deception. If you looked at the writing on the wall, it actually said it. KeiyarlaDraga no longer had any faith whatsoever left in Mantis. I mean, both of you know what he's like. He takes all the credit for himself. I mean, even when you won the PDL title, he tried to claim it as his own.
And when I had the hardcore, it was, if I want that title, let's go now. And then I beat him, let's go again. I'm like, dude, I can't. I defeat you once. And he's like, no, come on, let's go. I want that title. I'm like, dude, give it a rest. You're not going to beat me. And then when he loses, he gets all pissy and, yeah.
And Draga's agreeing with you on that one.
I think we can all agree on that.
Once Savaril gets back into town, though, we're going to take back the hardcore title. We've gotten back the KDL tag team titles. You and Savaril still have your tag team belts. That is great. That is beyond great. Hanging on to those tag team titles has made them stronger than ever, and you and Savaril have proven it time and time again, defeating us to get them.
I'll get to defeat you again.
However, on February 19th, everything changes, because that is Extreme Elimination 10. However, let's throw another monkey wrench in Mantis' game plan, shall we? Let's have a tag team duel, 2-on-2. Two of the members of New World Organization 2.0, two of the remaining, floundering, nearly dead Knights of Pontiac. And whichever faction wins, stays alive. The faction that dies must disband forever. What do you say to that, Draga?
That sounds pretty good.
Executioner, do you agree with that? Anubis, are we in accord?
Yeah, it sounds like I should be saying goodbye to the Knights of Pontiac.
After February 19th, none of the Knights of Pontiac will ever trouble anyone in PDL again, because the Knights of Pontiac will die, just as this title will on the 19th. Anubis, you've been one of the greatest FTW champions of all time, but as much as it pains me, in Extreme Elimination, there can be only one winner, and that person is walking out with all 4 singles titles. And that title, upon Extreme Elimination ending, will be permanently retired, never coming back for nothing. Albeit, it's been your title for this long period of time, but there's no need for it after that anymore.
True.
Because that was one of the most disgraced titles in PDL history, and you guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah. But I'm just glad that all the pieces have finally come together. Once we get Savaril, we will destroy the Knights of Pontiac once and for all. I guarantee it. And KeiyarlaDraga, I have one thing that I would like you to do.
Okay.
Defeat Mantis. He has one rematch clause left for that title. Put an end to him for good. Can I count on you for that? Thank you.
You're welcome.
LordlAnubis, beat the Knights of Pontiac. Stop them at any cost.
Understood.
Executioner, take that hardcore title back away from Mantis. You've done great getting the KDL tag belts back, but we need to put the nail in that coffin. We need that hardcore title. Can you do it? Great. Knights of Pontiac, your days are officially numbered. NW2.0 will now destroy you with everything that we've got.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello there, partner. What's wrong with you, gloom, doom, evil, tween?
Well, we're not man out. Our group just isn't gonna be able to go up against NW 2.0 now.
You know, Legion of Doom. I know it's wrestling, but Legion of Doom. 2 against 4 Horsemen's 4. Okay? They kicked their ass. They kicked the Legion of Doom. Okay? You know, we're 2 men. We're Crasher and I'm the Damager. You're the Raw Van Dam to your Sabu.
To your Sabu?
I'm your Rob Van Dam to your Sabu. There. You know? 2 people can kick more ass. John Cena, Randy Orton, faced half the locker room once. Kicked half the locker room's ass.
Right, but
we could do the same thing.
For like,
I know. We could do the same thing. Friendship doesn't matter in wrestling or in PDL. Teammates are. Okay? Backstabbing is a way of life in life.
but didn't it mean anything to her?
I guess not. I guess she bitch slapped us twice.
I should have let you go after her, man.
Yeah, you should have, you asshole. It's Anderson's gimmick.
Next time, don't steal my hat.
I will next time. You get in my way.
You're wearing it wrong.
I don't give a shit. I am the whole fucking show, man. I'm the whole fucking pay-per-view. I am the whole fucking promo, man.
Give me my hat.
See? I am the great Oz. Ooh. I'm just kidding.
Give me my hat.
You know what? We can do it. And I'm gonna beat you for every title. Wait, better yet, we team up.
I ain't got none.
Not yet. Okay? Idiot!
Thanks, that makes me feel a lot better, actually. We still have a lot of work to do, though.
Got one more. Team 3D. 20 some odd championships later, they are one fucking force to be messed with.
3D.
Mess with. Devon, Bubba Ray, little Spike Dudley every now and then.
Never heard of him.
Sorry. You're not an ECW fan, man. What's that for?
For pushing me.
I get a little captain in me. Captain Leach has nothing on anybody.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. Hello everybody, LordlAnubis here, the current FTW champion. So far on my quest with this title, I've defeated 3 of the members of NW2.0, with just Savaril remaining. He's gonna be tough. I mean, I picked good with my tag team partner. However, on the Knights of Pontiac side, there's Mantis and the Raven. The Raven, he's a one-trick pony. And mental, and the Mantis, however, he might be a little tougher. He did take the title away from the Executioner, but I still think I'll have no trouble defeating him and claim my spot as the greatest FTW champion of all time. This has been LordlAnubis. Bye. The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hey, this is KeiyarlaDraga here, and I'm here to review my custom-made Pontiac Duelist League World Championship belt. And I'm just going to say this, I'm going to keep this title for a long time.
Well, it's not too much longer now until a big showdown.
Indeed.
But I think we still have a really high chance of winning. They have more people. It means they're less organized.
You know what? I got one thing to say. Brian Kendrick, Paul London, tag team, 2-1-2. Okay, John Cena, HBK, even though that was a shitty-ass tag team for the moment, at the time. 1-2. Okay, Spike Dudley and the Taz Maniac
stop you there,
man.
because
2.
nobody likes a Taz guy except for a few people. And second, this isn't wrestling. This is cards, and this is essentially a little bit more important because we're younger than they are. They're like 30 or 40. They get paid for this shit.
And we don't get our necks broken for playing cards. That's for fucking sure.
We don't get paid. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, you almost did break your sister's neck. But I think we have a huge chance at winning because they have more people, less organized.
And more pissed off.
But then again, we don't have our third person. But there's this game I played a long time ago, and it follows along the lines of two people kicking billions of people's asses. It's called Army of Two. We should rent it sometime.
We did.
Oh yes, we did.
Kick ass.
And how did we do?
We kicked ass. There was a train right over.
Anyway, we still capitalized on their disorganization in the video game. We can apply that to real-world scenarios. Maybe we can get lucky and they won't be as organized as they think they are.
Right, Chester? Yes.
Anyway, in a nutshell, we're going to be winning this tournament, and I'm going to be holding that nameplate in my hand.
Dude, I'm going to win it because you know what? First time I beat Big Boss Man guy, Hollywood, what's his name? I beat him, I beat everybody with Obelisk 2 times.
Maybe I'll let you hold it for a little while. Anyway.
People need to get rid of Obelisk first. And you better play that fiber jar, man. Because we are pretty much fucked if I lose my Obelisk.
I've got an Obelisk, but it's not the same one as yours. I've also got the Pinball of Death in my Earthbound Immortals. Essentially, I'm an unstoppable killing machine. And that is how we're going to win the tournament. Through sheer force of will and the Army of Two.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello. As most of you already know, I am HollywoodBigBoss, member of NW2.0 in the Pontiac Duelist League. And as everyone can plainly see right now, I have the New World Organization Hardcore Championship around my waist, where it rightfully belongs. But in even bigger news, the Pontiac Duelist League now has a new world champion in KeiyarlaDraga, a champion who we can finally be proud of. For you see, she has finally dumped the Raven and Mantis and sided with greatness in NW 2.0. And in our next message, you will hear personally from her, in her own words, why she chose to defect to our side. Mantis, Raven, it's all over. We have all the titles now. There's nothing you can do to stop us. We win. And at Extreme Elimination, I guarantee you, no Knight of Pontiac is walking out with a single title. I make this statement right now. And as of that duel, the Knights of Pontiac will cease to exist, period. Anyway, enough from me. This is HollywoodBigBoss signing off.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Friendship. What is friendship? I come to realize in dueling, friendship is nothing but an illusion. All you can do is join your competitors close as you can possibly can, and then you devour them. Just like how I devoured you, Mantis. Savaril carved you up, LordlAnubis chewed on you, and I spit you out. And I come to realize that there is no female duelist that can accomplish as much as I have in my PDL career. So I am crowning myself the one and only diva of dueling. Mantis, you want me? Well, don't they all?
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Alrighty. So that was a lot.
Yeah, a lot to unpack. I mean, you have the Knights of Pontiac go from being on top of the freaking world to literally losing freaking everything in the span of a couple weeks.
Yeah, losing 1/3 of the duelists.
Losing all the championships that they had successfully gotten a hold of. And it all because of KeiyarlaDraga, all because of her, you know.
Yeah, and then now they're being threatened to being dissolved.
NW2.0's on fucking fire.
Yep.
Knights of Pontiac appear to be getting their shit together. As much shit together as they could possibly get, which, you know...
Not a whole lot.
They might surprise you, you know, in the next couple. Because they did actually end up winning the tag team portion of the tournament, even though they lost Extreme Elimination. But, still, KeiyarlaDraga's turn in this section was done so perfectly, in my opinion. And the main reason, I've said it before, she's dating me now. She's not dating Mantis anymore.
Yep.
And public perception is everything. And it's like, what better way could we have than to have her turn on her own brother and Mantis, who's been like a brother to her, you know, all those years. And the fallout of pretty much their best duelist turning on them and siding with NW2.0.
Yeah.
As you saw, Savaril wasn't present for this stuff.
Yep.
So KeiyarlaDraga's really come into her own, showing off her new belt and everything, having that attitude, which, oh man. Like, even though I had to do black and white edits of that one video just to get the lines properly, it worked so well that she had this new edge, this new attitude towards her, that she was, you know, a woman who knows exactly what she wants, and she's going to get it, and you cannot stop her.
Yeah.
As far as, like, Mantis regrouping with his remaining Knight of Pontiac, surprisingly well, when she's taken out of the equation, all their problems just evaporate overnight, which is crazy, you know? Although I thought it was interesting seeing your facial reaction, because you're like, oh, he's going around the corner to attack her. Mantis goes in for the save. Then all of a sudden you see him go down. When you saw that she had that sledgehammer, you were like, oh, that's a thing.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, it's like she was in no danger whatsoever. She had that in complete control. She was going to whip someone's ass, and there wasn't a damn thing anyone could do to stop her.
Yep. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but so far, this is what we have in the video series. It's been a lot of editing, almost 2 hours of editing, so we're actually going to do this in another session. This will still all be one video.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, you know, take a break and everything, get some dueling in. But overall, what do you think about this storyline, NW 2.0 versus Knights of Pontiac? Just kind of like at the halfway point. What are your thoughts?
It's interesting because I see a lot of the decision makings we make now being in that was in the past.
And being able to change storyline on a dime if championships change hands.
Championship changes hands, someone gets sick, things like that. It's very interesting.
Because the main plot points of the storyline don't change. It's just you have to have that flexibility and that pivot point to like, okay, this happens.
Yeah.
We're not a kayfabe group with fake titles where you know, everything's scripted. Our dueling is real. It's like UFC. Yeah. Like, the storyline, if we have to change it to fit what happened in the duels, fuck it.
We gotta change it.
We gotta change it.
But
some people, unfortunately, in the past didn't understand that. And tried to go off on their own tangent, but that's
whatever
for another day. But the main thing is, it's like, the duels are a freaking shoot. Like, you gotta be ready for, you know, anything. Which is why I tried to always have ABC plans to figure out, you know,
what to do next.
Exactly. And the entire threat of NW2.0 dissolving. Do you really think they're going to dissolve if they lose that duel?
Oh, no.
Fuck no.
No, not at all.
No, but they would force the Knights of Pontiac to.
Oh, yeah. Now, what would probably happen was it would just get reformed into 3.0 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm not a fan of doing that idea of things because for me it's like, that's too generic.
That's fair.
It's way too generic. I don't like doing 3.0 or anything like that. NW 2.0 was the perfect evolution of the original New World Organization. It was what it needed to be. And we're starting to come into being a heel faction with KeiyarlaDraga. She hit Mantis with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
She hit him with a sledgehammer. I mean, that is a pretty aggressive attack for a person to hit another person with a sledgehammer in order to put them down.
Yeah.
I mean, after that video, we are full-blown heels. Like, we are no longer skirting good guy, bad guy. We are bad guy through and through now.
Yeah.
But overall, it's, you know, it's the halfway mark. Shit's going to get interesting with the fallout of Extreme Elimination, with LordlAnubis, with myself debuting the new Rated R belt, which that video's about a 10-minute video, but it was an NW 2.0 video, I believe, so it will be included in this. And it was one of the few ones we did in color because I wanted to show off the belt.
Yep.
And I didn't do it in my NWO shirts or anything black or whatever like that because I wanted to show, you know, class. I wore a suit, I wore a tie, I wore a dress shirt, all that good stuff. But yeah, so far, it's quite interesting to see the evolution of this storyline going from just dislike between myself and Mantis to throwing all these other people into it. But I think that pretty much covers this section, so on to the next one, as they say, and we're going to be covering the next series of promos, so feel free to stick around, because holy shit, it's going to get interesting.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Well, Savaril, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It is.
You know what I have in my hand right now?
You guess a little present for me?
Yes. Seeing as you and LordlAnubis have been tag team champions for so long, I decided I'd break out these early. You see, I decided that the old KDL/RDL tag team titles don't deserve to be our world tag team titles, so I've broken out the new belts a little bit early. Consider it a present from me to you. What do you think?
I like it.
Unfortunately, LordlAnubis isn't here at the moment, so I'll have to give him his a little bit later. Anyway, champ, going into Extreme Elimination, huh?
Yep.
Unfortunately, I'm planning on winning that too, so may the best man win.
Plan to.
But I think there's one thing that we both can agree on. No matter what, those Knights of Pontiac go down first. We'll settle our differences later on. They go down first. You see, KeiyarlaDraga is currently sick at the moment. As you know, I've already discussed with her the plan. You see, Mantis doesn't seem to think that we're as unified as his floundering Knights of Pontiac with just him and the Raven are. Oh boy, is he wrong. You see, the one thing with NW 2.0 that differs from the Knights of Pontiac is that there is no leader. We're just a group of equals. A group of equal duelists looking to put down the rebellion, once again, of the Knights of Pontiac. And Mantis, I guarantee you that the real champions of PDL, myself, Savaril, LordlAnubis, the Executioner, and KeiyarlaDraga are going to bring you down without any problem whatsoever. And in the tag team title tournament, let's not forget, the stipulation still stands. If you and the Raven lose to any members of NW2.0, the Knights of Pontiac must disband forever. So, I think that myself and the Executioner will be able to get the job done again. However, if we're not, I trust it to you. However, be warned, Deathpool is coming. Isn't that right? And we all cannot wait for his arrival. You see, instead of 5 members, NW2.0 now is our 6th man. Someone who you have no chance of defeating, Mantis. And with Savaril backing me up to take down you and the Raven, you guys have no chance in extreme elimination. Think we all can agree on that. So, that being said, I plan on winning extreme elimination, Savaril. May the best man win. Because I intend to. I mean, I didn't cash in Money in the Bank to win this back for nothing. Oh yeah, and by the way, what do you think of the new PDL World title?
You can look that right over here.
In your dreams, you're not taking this from me, buddy. We may be, quote-unquote, friends, business associates, mecha pilots, and Batman, but we are duelists in NW 2.0. And that does mean something. And we both know what it is like to be world champion. But if you do defeat me, you will have proved that you definitely deserve to hold this belt again. And the winner will also win the other 2 singles titles, the FTW and the KOP Hardcore. And that being said, as of the end of that duel, the Knights of Pontiac FTW title will be retired permanently. So, the Knights of Pontiac will be finished either way. Great seeing you today, Savaril. Anyway, let's get going. We got work to do. Talk to LordlAnubis soon, too. Thank you.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello. My name is HollywoodBigBoss, but you people already know that. You see, what you spineless, gutless hypocrites do not realize is that the Pontiac Duelist League is serious in all of their endeavors. When we said that we became fed up with Upper Deck's bullshit of a ban list, we decided to create our own Duelist League back in 2005 with this title that Dzankic won on February 19th, 2005 as our centerpiece. And we have never looked back. Now, here I stand, 2011, and Konami's banless bullshit still reigns supreme. So myself, HollywoodBigBoss, I'm here to save me from all of you spineless, gutless hypocrites. You see, here in the Pontiac Duelist League, we have proven all of our detractors wrong time and time again. They said we wouldn't even last a year. We proved them wrong. They said I would never hold this title for 366 days in my first reign. How did that end? Oh yeah, I proved them wrong. They said in 2009 that PDL was a sinking ship. Buddy, your ship's the one that sank. We're still going stronger than ever. However, back to the main point of this. I start the most brutal duel in PDL history, Extreme Elimination 10, against my nemesis, my archenemy, Mantis of the Knights of Pontiac. And Mantis, I'm saying right now that there is nothing that you can do that can stop me now. You see, this title right here sitting on my shoulder, this is the only world title today that means anything anymore. You see, Konami's little world championship that they hold over in Japan means absolutely nothing, because their world champion never defends their title. However, in PDL, you're defending your title 365 days a year. You never know when a challenger is going to come at you. You never know who it's going to be. However, I do. I'm staring down the entire PDL roster. However, the prize is worth it. You see, the winner of Extreme Elimination wins the world title. The New World Organization Championship, the Knights of Pontiac Hardcore, as well as their FTW title. And with something like that on the line, I gladly put my World Championship, the real World Championship, on the line. You see, people, this title right here, this title is the only World Championship in dueling today that still means anything. And those in PDL, we choose to fly first class. And this is proof of it. And for those who don't know what this title is really all about, well, as you can see, the Pontiac Duelist League has clearly placed their name on this championship. This is our first shot of war. This is our act of defiance in the face of those who refuse to listen to duelists time and time again. Those who turn a blind eye, a deaf ear, to our cries, our demands. This is what real dueling is all about. This title that is coming up on its 6th birthday. And I'd say that's pretty huge. And I defend this title on its 6th birthday. You see, almost 6 years ago, Dazan Kick won this title in a triple threat duel, which included me, to become the original Duelist League World Champion. Well, they didn't call it a World Champion, they just called it a champion. However, the second that he won that belt, they refused to even acknowledge that he was champion. They refused to even acknowledge that it even existed, ever. So, this is our answer. This is our answer to people who say that you can never do it, that you'll never succeed. This is proof that they are wrong. You see, they cannot comprehend. They cannot comprehend that just having a little bit of faith in yourself, what it can mean, what that little bit of faith can become. And I am happy to stand here as the world champion of PDL for the 19th time. And to all the duelists of PDL, NW2.0, and even the Knights of Pontiac, I'd like to say thank you very much. Thank you for making PDL the success that it is now. But back to the topic on hand, though. Mantis, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you don't walk out as champion. Same applies for you, Raven. I will not allow the Knights of Pontiac to get their hands on this title. Will we see collusion with me and the Executioner again, like we saw last Extreme Elimination? You'll have to wait and see. However, KeiyarlaDraga, you're finally getting your return match. I hope you do well, my friend. I hope you do well. But I have no intention of losing this title. So I just want to let you know that ahead of time. That I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. That's what a real duelist does. That's what a real champion does. Friendships aside, I have the biggest target on my back than any other member of PDL going into this duel. I'm the world champion, and I'm not about to let my reign end here. I'm going to prove once again that I truly deserve this championship sitting on my shoulder, that I truly deserve to be called the man in PDL. And I could not be happier that I know that I'm going into an arena of true duelists, not of the duelists who eat the endless supply of bullshit that Konami serves them. You see us in PDL, we're here to save ourselves from all of you spineless, gutless hypocrites who refuse to stand up, who refuse to say enough is enough, who refuse to jump on the bandwagon of the real world champion. Because that's what I am. Whoever holds this title is the real world champion.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Alright, so we're back with the next part.
Yeah, I had a couple of longer ones here.
Yeah.
Had one with myself and Savaril showing off the new tag belts and changing stipulation
Yep.
that only the Knights of Pontiac would disband if they don't win their duels.
Yep.
Also have talk about a new duelist who unfortunately crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Made some real dumb decisions, tried to make death threats at himself, and, well, ended his friendships with multiple people because of it. But Savaril and me were very focused on what we were doing. That NW2.0 promo, notice that I leave with him because it's like, I'm not just delegating what's going to happen. I'm willing to help out my members achieve their goals.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see that NW2.0, even though I'm the mouthpiece, I'm not necessarily the leader, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, multiple people can jump in, it's just I'm the one doing the talking.
Yep.
And you notice that was the first unveiling of the Rated R belt, even though you couldn't really see it. Looking back on it, I kind of wish I would have done a Rated R belt reveal video back in the day, but do you think me and Savaril got the point across for what we were doing in the first video?
I would say so. It was one of those, because you hold all the chips, well, now we get to control what the
stipulation
was, and, what happens if they lose. But also guaranteeing that even if you do lose...
do we really lose?
Yeah. Nothing really is lost.
Yeah.
So,
the only way that we can, air quotes, lose is if something catastrophic completely happens, and it's not going to happen at this point. The big thing was 6th anniversary of the title, of its acquisition and everything. The second video, though, what are your thoughts on that one? Because you could tell that I wasn't in my normal character with that one.
And right off the bat, obviously you're not using the
black
filters.
And white filters. Yep.
So this is obviously more of a personal video for you. You're not really talking as NW2.0's figurehead, more of a, this is just you.
This is Hollywood Big Boss, and this portion of the character, I'm really channeling Chris Jericho, and I'm also channeling Ric Flair at the same time. The suit, the attire, everything, showing off the New World title belt and everything, making mention that's the only World Championship that actually means something.
Yep.
Which I believe that it is the only one that means something. You have to defend it after you get it. A championship to me is only worth anything if you can successfully defend it after you win it. With Konami, you don't get that.
No.
It's like, oh, you win a Swiss format tournament and you don't have to win all your duels to advance. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But one thing which I will say about that second promo, you could tell that I was really, at points, I had some anger in my voice and everything. Like, I was directing it mainly towards Sigma V and Kappa W without naming names.
Yep.
When I was saying spineless, gutless hypocrites, I was talking about them.
Yep.
That it's like, you tried to say that this thing isn't going to work. Year later, we're still here. You guys aren't. Your group's dead. You're not holding events. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was me throwing it in their face that it's like, what did you really gain? Now, my mindset's a little bit different now, but at the time, it's like, not only was I fucking pissed off, Anubis was pissed off, Executioner was pissed off. I wanted them to do videos as well, but unfortunately, time constraints and, the event got there before, I could, and work schedule, real life, all that shit. But, all in all, that second video, I still think is one of my better ones. Even though I kind of went off track a little bit, you could tell that I'm not being the Hollywood Big Boss of NW2.0, as you said, because I'm also, even though it's somewhat backhanded because of my character, I'm thanking everyone for their help in keeping the Pontiac Duelist League alive, keeping it afloat, and making it stronger than it's ever been, honestly. And I had to give them a lot of credit and everything. But honestly, I think that particular promo by myself was a success because it got the point across that we wanted to get across.
Yeah.
But I really think that might be all I wanted to say and everything, unless you wanted to add any small observations or whatever.
No, not really. I got nothing.
All right, but that concludes this portion, so on to the next one. Stay tuned, people. We're not done yet.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, Hollywood Big Boss here. On February 19th, 2005, Dizankic defeated myself and another duelist from the original Duelist League in this town to become the Pontiac League of Duelists champion, which, after he won the title, they even refused to acknowledge. September of 2005, the Pontiac Duelist League is born with Dizankic as the first champion. February 19th, 2011, Extreme Elimination 10 occurs. 8 duelists step into the same arena. However, only one can emerge as champion. And as many of you may already know, I was not the duelist who emerged from that duel. So right now, I would like to invite the man who did emerge as the undisputed world champion of PDL. A big round of applause to LordlAnubis. LordlAnubis, Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Champion, Knights of Pontiac FTW Champion, New World Organization Champion. Regrettably though, no longer Tag Team Champion. Oh well. However, you did win the richest prize in this business. And the first shot of our new war has officially been fired, with you winning the crown jewel of dueling, the Pontiac Duelist League World Championship. So as the former champion, I hereby present you with this new Rated R Championship belt, custom made for the Pontiac Duelist League. that only I myself have held before you. And as I understand, you have a speech prepared that you would like to give, so by all means, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Hello everybody. As you all know, I'm LordlAnubis. I just won Extreme Elimination 10, claiming all of this. I went in last, but came out first. Nobody stood in my way, and nobody will ever stand in my way. I may have lost my tag team title, but I can assure you that that won't last long. I'm getting it back, and I will hold everything, and everybody will bow before me. Now, I'd like to say goodbye, but trust me, I'll be back, and I'm stronger than ever.
A word from the real world champion of dueling, a man of class, a man of honor, a man of privilege, LordlAnubis, everyone. Thank you, my friend. You put on the best duel in the history of this league, and prove that you are the best in the world at what you do, with that title sitting on your shoulder right now. However, as you know, the Knights of Pontiac FTW title is retired. What you choose to do with that belt is your decision. And shortly after, within the next week or two, we will be having title matches to decide a new NW2.0 and Hardcore champion, because as you know, a duelist is not allowed to hold more than one PDO title at a time, unless it's a tag team title. But still, big congratulations, because no one in our entire history has ever held as many titles as you have. And I'd like to say that it would be an honor to be your first opponent for that world title that sits on your shoulder. You are the better man today, you are the better duelist, and I cannot wait for my rematch against you.
I promise you it'll be the best duel you've ever had.
And it'll be the best duel that they will ever see. Ladies and gentlemen, HollywoodBigBoss and LordlAnubis of NW2.0. This has been the World Championship Coronation Ceremony of our new World Champion, the real World Champion, LordlAnubis. And we would like to say, we are signing off.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
It's good to have these belts around our waist. It's about damn time. I look like a Klingon. Hey, does it look like we can't afford a push? Look at us. My old FTW belt, tag team, you know what? And I'm the hardcore champion, dude. I'm getting it from you. I'd like to see you try. I'll get it from you. What? For now. For now? Aw. Oh, god damn it. That's a little taste of things to come. Oh, I want to kill you. But not yeah. For now, just bask in our victories. Hey, I can see myself on this. Got a pimple on my forehead. God damn it. Maybe you should think about hygiene instead of constantly trying to one-up me. I need a shave. Again. Yeah. Yeah. Life is sweet. It's so sweet. You want to go out and party tonight? Let's scream some System of a Down song. Oh, what about the pod? Oh, yeah. We're the pod team champions of the world, man. See? You might be. I'm the swarm. I'm the pod. Swarm with the hat. And anyways, I look like Worf because I found this in the trash the other day, and I guess he doesn't want it anymore. Yeah. Excuse me. Wow. That's what I think about it now.
Well, one day, I'll just get that from you and give you this instead. At least I won't leave you with nothing.
That's if you can beat me.
Oh, there is no question.
If I lose this, I'm going for the PDL championship, or the NW. So if I lose this, another belt I'm going to be going to. God.
I killed 12 of my own people today. Stepped on it.
Wow, that's not...
At your house.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of made me sad. But then I realized that they were trying to one-up me, just like you are. I'm going to step on you one day. Now, I guess I can deal with you. For once.
Kumbaya, my heart. Kumbaya. Okay. Now that we got the homosexuality out of the way, let's talk about different things, like how NW2.0 looks. That looks like God.
Maybe two of their best people.
Man, I got something to show for it.
I could have sworn we're gonna lose that one, but you know.
Hey, I'm the whole fucking show.
You basically creamed their asses at the end.
Oh God, I love my obelisk. So much that I would have sex with it and marry it.
It's a dude.
No.
Oh shit. Anyway, that's it for tonight, my friends.
Fight like a wolf.
I think there's a little bit of copyright infringement.
Well,
You better watch that.
what this is.
Yeah,
This ain't.
you did that. So, don't do that. I don't want our asses to be sued. Again.
It got sued?
Well, in my head, yes.
Yes.
Peace!
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. Hello everybody, LordlAnubis here, the current Pontiac Duelist League World Champion, and the second champion to hold the new custom-built title. On the other hand, I won this title by winning Extreme Elimination 10. I came in last, exited first. I defeated the Executioner, I defeated Deathpool, who up until the duel remained a mystery to me, and I defeated KeiyarlaDraga. It was actually pretty easy. Easier than I imagined. I guess that means that I'm back with power, and I'm going to stay in power. This title is going to be mine, and nobody's getting it. This has been LordlAnubis. Bye. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
It looks nice. Spartans. They're warriors, man.
I got
warriors.
Sweet. Mine. Get your own.
Oh, I got my own.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we won? Won?
Of course we won.
Wait,
we always win.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Todd slap.
So what are you going to do with your stuff that you got?
Well, I'm gonna shine this up. And stare at him all night.
So technically you gotta give him back to Big Cheese after a while.
Yeah, he has to beat me for them.
No, you gotta give him back to the Big Cheese regardless.
He had to beat me for them.
Anyway, fun listen. Well, you already know. Never mind.
I wanna see
Fine.
it. No, I wanna see it.
Put your eyes.
It's a piece of shit, man.
Put your eyes.
You can keep it.
Put your eyes.
Until I
man.
want, until I lose this, you can keep it.
That'll be tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. Now you're staying at my house, and guess what we're gonna be doing? Until I win, man. What? That ain't cool, man.
I'm kidding.
Homosexual jokes aside, you're not gonna win. I'm the champ.
I always win. I'm the swarm.
You know what? I'm the champ. I won this from you, and you're never gonna win this back. 3 strikes and you're out. You have 1 strike against you.
Yeah. So
2 more, and I'm not gonna accept your challenges.
you have to. It's the rules.
I'm gonna.
I could just beat you into submission.
I'm not gonna tap out. I'm not.
Don't make me declare Mortal Kombat. I will.
I'll kick your ass.
Anyway, I still can't believe we beat those guys, though.
Yeah. I constitute a drink.
Yeah, and LordlAnubis and Savaril are like, what the hell just happened? You just got beaten by the 2 worst guys in the league. What does that mean? I guess that means
You lost to
they're out of our league.
That they lost to a crazy boy that sucks ass so much, and an idiot cowboy who plays with boxes all day.
Hey, that's my job. At least I make money, dumbass. Pilgrim. Fuck off.
What are the odds of us keeping it for a year?
Probably slim.
Yeah.
But when we win, though, whenever we win, it's always extravagantly.
Yeah,
Like 1 shot.
Like my obelisk.
Yes. Yeah, stop doing that on camera, man. That's just...
Hey, I'm sick.
Yes, you are. I'd like to apologize for my friend's gelatinous outbursts
God damn it.
during these...
Gelatinous. Stop using college words, man.
I didn't go to college. Neither did you.
I don't know what gelatinous means.
Gelatin-like? Like this? Oh, yeah. I've got one too, but, you know.
We should name ourselves Team Masturbation. I
No.
don't know why. Yes.
No, I will not be... I'm just going to be the swarm. Or...
Podman. Podcast.
You can be the pod, Mr. Dolphin.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate the Dolphins.
Well, then stop calling yourself a pod. A group of dolphins is called a pod. Jesus.
I'm a Cowboy.
No,
Or
I'm a cowboy.
Wolfpack.
You're lucky we're not making any money for this. Or
Yeah.
you would be sued so bad.
From who?
The Wolfpack?
No.
Wrestling people?
That's...
Oh, see, there you go. Jesus. Anyway,
with all copyright infringement aside, we love to play our games and we love to win. Isn't that right?
well,
My
I just like to play, but when I win, it's a little bit better, you know. It makes me feel like I am somebody. Of course, everyone knows I am somebody. Just don't know who.
My cock is much bigger than yours.
Cut that out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
That song's in my head.
yeah. I wouldn't say that stuff like that in the camera anymore. Anyway,
He's not stopping. The cameraman ain't stopping, so it's all good. Yeah. God bless editing.
yeah. Editing. Anyway, I'm looking forward to our next encounter, gentlemen. Especially you, Mr. Big Boss. See just how big you are. When the swarm and whoever that guy likes to call himself goes down your throat with a bunch of cards. Shut up! That's all I got. I look cool, but I don't have a cool vocabulary. So all I got is this. So it's all the hat and the glasses. Anyway,
My God.
I think that's all. What do you got?
Yeah. we're gonna kick your guys' ass. And anybody who wants to challenge me for this belt, quote,
Maybe me.
this, I have to wait because this asshole wants to have this challenge. And I'm gonna be the whole, I don't know, try to keep it.
You're going to lose.
No. I'm the whole effing hardcore division, man.
No, you're not. We don't even have a hardcore division. Yet. Or do we? I'm not sure. I'll have to take it up with you, Mr. Big Boss. That's all we got. So after this, I guess.
No, this is not alcohol. This is water. Okay? I'm underage.
You should be Mountain Dew. Until you guzzled it all down.
It is still Mountain Dew.
Smell. It's water. Anyway. We bid you
adieu.
Adieu.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I think I broke Alistar here.
I don't get it. Like, so you have the NW2.0's videos, which are very clean cut. They're coherent, and they make sense. Like they you know, Anubis. I appreciate his video. It's very straight and to the point, and then it was done. That's it. There was no dragging it out. Then you get to the Knights of Pontiac videos, and it's just gotten worse and worse in terms of its cohesion and just general flow of what needs to be said.
It's a train wreck, but you can't look away.
You can't. That's exactly what it is. And I'm just, it genuinely feels like my brain cells are dying.
Feels like you're on a sophomore field trip in high school again?
Yes. I feel, in some of the humor in it, it feels like early 2000 humor.
Yep. Even though it's 2010 humor, but still.
2010 humor. It's just...
It'd go over a lot of people's heads today.
It would either go over... It definitely would not fly in today. Just... Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and as you can see, well, the first video was me and Anubis after he had won all the singles championships.
Yep.
Straightforward. And that was the one after the incident with Ariel's... Well, after KeiyarlaDraga's classmate had tried to tell me that he was her boyfriend when he wasn't.
Yep.
And that caused an entire hiccup. Event ended early. And you could tell that I was really not in, you know, the zone for that particular video. Like, Anubis took a lot of the reins with it afterwards. Then you have the first Knights of Pontiac video. They won the tag titles. They have the hardcore. And Mantis dug the FTW physical belt out of the trash can. Which means Anubis just threw it away.
Yeah.
That's how he, you know, dictated it. And Mantis has it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have another Anubis video where he's world champion. First solo video.
Yep.
Everything that you'd want a world champion to state and everything... Flawless.
Yeah.
And then the next Knights of Pontiac video, they're off the fucking rails.
Just completely. Like, whoa. You explain that a lot of the Knights of Pontiac videos, especially these, were all impromptu, just let's shoot you guys a video and see where it goes. I didn't think it was that, like, free-form, just...
Yeah, I didn't give them a real direction aside from like one or two things, and then they would go so far off track, but I couldn't stop recording because it's just, I can't look away from this.
Yeah,
it's just... Yeah.
Wow, yeah, no, it just, like, all of a sudden they would start talking about one thing and then get completely sidetracked, and it is just... bonkers. That's all I can think. That
It's
is
like watching a video made by Vince Russo and the person editing's on ADHD,
Yeah.
and not taking his meds, and
yeah. Oh Lord, it's just makes no sense.
it's brutal.
Yeah.
But now you kind of get where, you know, Knights of Pontiac in this, they're looking like the good guys, but things are going to, you know, be taking a turn here soon, and the good guy, bad guy line, as I always said, like, right now NW2.0's heels, but it's going to kind of flip in a bit, and that's the reason why at the beginning I said you can't really say that there's really a good guy and a bad guy in this story, because both of them are going to be using very underhanded shit in this, because both want to win. But right now you're seeing the Knights of Pontiac at their air quotes best, and
if that's their best, I don't want to see them at the worst. Dear Lord.
You saw them kicking each other's ass.
Yeah.
And then we get to this. So,
I don't know which one's worse. I really don't. I think I liked it when they were just beating each other up.
Yeah. But anyway, this concludes this segment, and we'll be getting to the next section of videos, which, yeah, it's going to be an experience, I tell you. So, feel free to keep watching, people. It's not over yet.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here with KeiyarlaDraga, the Diva of dueling herself, the current NWO champion and one half of the tag team champions with myself, HollywoodBigBoss. And then we have the man, the true champion of PDL, the world champion of the Pontiac Duelist League, LordlAnubis, the man who survived Extreme Elimination 10 and eliminated 3 duelists in 3 turns from coming in. Great to see you again.
Good to be here.
And as it has come to my attention, you had a shout out to a certain someone?
Oh, yes, I do. Alright. I'm doing this for you. Sup, Treadway? You're the best social studies teacher ever. That's for you.
Alrighty, but back to the topic at hand. Knights of Pontiac winning the tag team titles? Honestly, I mean, what the hell happened? How the hell did they not only beat me and the Executioner, but you and Savaril?
I will get back to you on that one.
How about you?
They like to pull wins out of their asses, so they're notorious for that.
And some other stuff out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it's shit.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that title suits you so much better than that crappy FTW title. And to be honest, I'm glad you actually threw that piece of garbage in the garbage. But you do realize now that Mantis is carrying around that belt. You realize that he went to your house, looked through your garbage, and took that title out of it. You do realize that.
I had a feeling he would.
Doesn't that apply for stalking or something? You think it would. Sifting through someone's garbage to get a title belt out that he doesn't really own.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
How about you?
No comment either.
But anyway, KeiyarlaDraga, congratulations on winning that title out of town. As of recent, the New World Organization Championship has changed hands 3 times outside of Pontiac, and I couldn't be prouder with the results of it. LordlAnubis, you have recently defended the world title, the real world championship, against myself and KeiyarlaDraga. Regrettably, Savaril has not been able to make it for his title shot against you yet. What's the deal with him and the Executioner being AWOL as of late?
Savaril I can understand, but the Executioner, knowing him, he's probably spending his free time chopping the heads off of chickens just for practice.
Excuse me?
What?
I am the Supreme Rooster Overlord. You should not be talking about my people like that.
Chop chop.
Those chickens better have shirts on them.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I even made them for him.
Okay, guess that works. But LordlAnubis, you have one more title match against me and I cannot wait to face you again, because you are probably one of the best champions that this Duelist League has ever had. You are one of the most underrated duelists in this league, just because a certain someone didn't feel that since you weren't kissing his royal ass, that you didn't deserve the spot that you have right now.
Yeah,
he didn't see you worthy. Yeah. And look at how you proved him wrong. That world title sits on your shoulders, and you destroyed me in under a turn.
Yeah.
A no-turn kill. Honestly. No one has ever done that to me before. No one. And KeiyarlaDraga can even attest to you that her title match only lasted 2 turns. I mean, we've never seen domination like that by any PDL champion ever. And Anubis, I am proud that you are finally wearing our championship, the real world championship,
it's great
once again. Because it's duelists like you, duelists like KeiyarlaDraga, duelists like the Executioner, Savaril, and as much as I hate to give them credit for it, the Raven and Mantis, for making that title once again mean something.
Instead of him.
Yes. Because when that certain someone had the belt, how many times did he defend it after he won the title in 2008?
2.
And he lost it in his second title defense in Extreme Elimination.
And then threw a fit.
Yep. And then got his ass kicked out of PDL.
How mature?
And if I remember correctly, didn't you two vote away his presidential powers or whatever at the time?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't like him. And he didn't like me, so.
I don't see what his deal was with you. You had all the raw talent in the world.
He saw the threat.
And that's what I see. But I'm smart about it. I realize that I need a duelist like you in PDL. I need someone who's a challenge. Someone who won't just fall by the wayside in a title match against me. I want a strong champion. And you are that champion. But let me say this, don't let it go to your head. Because once it does, then you'll lose that. Personal experience. You're talking to a former 19-time world champion here.
True.
However, if there is one silver lining to the tag team title issue, the unification match, which the Knights of Pontiac won, myself and KeiyarlaDraga hold the Pontiac Duelist League World Tag Team titles. You see, Mantis and the Raven can pull wins out of their asses, but they couldn't beat us. However, once we've dealt with them, we would be more than happy to give you and Savaril the title match that you two so rightfully deserve against us.
Thank you.
Because you deserve it.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Yo, Indiana Mantis here with Hatchet Crow. The 2 people who got the tag team titles on the same day the new guy came in. Not to mention, he's got the hardcore title. I mean, look at this. This is not the picture of excellence. I mean, just, what do you got to say for yourself? NW2.0 is going down now. Oh, yeah. Any last words, buddy? Okay. Good enough. Signing off, guys. Eat it.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. Hello everybody, LordlAnubis here, the current world champion. Actually, I'm basically the only world champion so far, as seeing I've won this belt at Extreme Elimination 10, the new belt I might add, leather, gold, custom for PDL, and I faced HollywoodBigBoss and KeiyarlaDraga for the title, slaughtered them both basically as soon as the duel started. Now, I've done a lot with this title. I've held it and held it. I've held it for a long period of time, but That's not why this title means a lot. This title has come a long way. There was a certain someone back a couple years ago in PDL who almost destroyed this title and almost took down the league with it. I'm not going to name names here, but let's just say we got rid of him just in time. But I couldn't have done it without the help of HollywoodBigBoss, KeiyarlaDraga, even the Executioner, Savaril, and even the Raven, and who knows, maybe even... Mantis! Mantis. Sorry, Mantis, I didn't mean to forget you there, but, yeah. Not saying you and Raven aren't important or anything, it's just... yeah. Disqualification? Really, Raven? Really? I figured you would have learned your lesson the last time you did that. You know, I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to bash on you guys, because I'm better than that. Better than you. Sorry. Alright, but I'm LordlAnubis. This is my title. This means the world to me. It's going to stay mine. I'm going to take down anybody who tries to take this from me. As long as this heart is still beating. The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here once again with LordlAnubis and KeiyarlaDraga of NW2.0. And as you can see, KeiyarlaDraga has brought a guest along. Her chicken that I bought for her when I went to Delaware. And she loves that chicken.
Very interesting name. Where did you ever come up with it?
Well, Anubis, you've done it all. You retained the FTW title for 127 days and won the PDL World title.
Did your chicken just quack?
No.
Sounded a lot like a quacker. Okay.
You retained that title for 127 days, then you won the PDL World title, and you're still undefeated in singles competition. What are your thoughts going past 80 days, breaking Savaril's reign as world champion? What's next for you?
Whatever I want.
Glad to hear. And I'm glad that you've raised the level of competition in PDL to new heights. I mean, you took me to the limit. You took KeiyarlaDraga to the limit, granted you killed her 2 turns every single time you dueled her. You killed me with a no-turn kill, I survived 5 turns, and then 10 turns. So, I'm getting progressively better.
So basically, I got lucky, I killed you, and then I decided to lose again.
Yeah, probably. Mantis of the Knights of Pontiac has shown consistent 3-turn kills.
Not bad.
And the Raven, well, he's been kind of all over the place with how you've been slaughtering him. He had a no-turn kill last time, and the first time he faced him, he lasted 3 turns.
Ooh. Wasn't he on his meds then?
However, we were not expecting the Knights of Pontiac to recruit a new member, were we?
Yeah.
Hatchet Crow is proving to be quite a problem as for recent. Taking the hardcore and the tag team titles from us.
I don't know, I kind of like him.
I didn't mean his skills there, but, you know, he's siding with Mantis.
I don't know, I think give him a little bit of a push, he'll decide what's good, what's best for everybody, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, look at Savaril. He sided with us.
Yeah.
He saw the right side of the tracks. He found out who we should really be working with. Just like KeiyarlaDraga did. I bet you didn't know that she was our inside woman in the Knights of Pontiac the whole time, did you?
I had no idea. Considering you came to me and I asked you, you said, we have an inside woman. I had no idea who it could have been.
I thought it was Josh. Yep.
Or was that the chicken point?
It was the chicken.
The chicken's laugh. Joy.
Is it a demonic laugh? Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Oh, wait, that's what's that.
Yes. Anyway, the Knights of Pontiac are proving to be a problem now. So we're going to have to get a bit more serious in dealing with it.
You love that.
I'm leaving that part up to you. The Raven has one more world title shot against you. Don't fail us. You've done excellent so far. However, Hatchet Crow, on the other hand, he took you to the limit. 4 cards were left in your deck by the end of that duel.
I don't think he took me to the limit. I believe I took him to the limit. But that's just me. See it how you want.
I see it actually both ways. You both took each other to the limit. It was a great duel, but more importantly, he came closer than anyone else has. He survived longer than anyone else has against you.
Yes, yes, he did.
He could be a real threat to your reign in the future.
More for that.
Yes. However, with the Knights of Pontiac as of recent getting the tag team titles back, me and KeiyarlaDraga will pick up those belts again. And when Savaril is finally free of his duties, we will challenge you two for our world tag team titles. And by the time it's all said and done, well, your tag team record sure as heck ain't going to be as good as your singles record, now will it? Even Chicken agrees with me on that one.
So, Chicken, how you doing? Having fun? You love being on camera, do you? You a big talker?
Anubis, one other matter remains too. Savaril will be facing you for the world title very soon after the Raven is finished. What do you think of finally being able to lock up against your tag team partner?
I think it's been too long since I've faced him.
I think it'll be an awesome duel. In fact, that's going to be your first tape title defense, is you against Savaril for that Pontiac Duelist League World Championship. The real World Championship.
My World Championship.
Yes, it is yours for now. But don't disappoint us, okay? Make it the most exciting duel we've seen.
I will.
Because Savaril, he can take anyone to the limit. Especially with his deck strategy.
Trained him well.
Indeed, we all did. But you made him the crown jewel that he is by tag teaming with him for 198 days with those tag team titles.
And you fight.
Once. Well, actually, you did the first unification with KeiyarlaDraga. The second one, you dropped the ball. Remember? Mantis and Raven beating me and the Executioner? Wow. You and Savaril? Ringing bells?
Yes, and I'm trying to explain. Why would I want to worry about having to defend them when I got this baby? That's all I need.
World title?
Yep.
Yeah, but you're doing your tag team partner a little disservice, though.
You'll get over it.
Hopefully. But KeiyarlaDraga is now holding the New World Organization National Championship once again. And as everyone knows, that title now has national title status, as it was defended in 6 different states.
Status?
Status, whatever. Tomato, tomato.
Someone dies.
Potato, potato.
Yeah. It was defended in Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Delaware. Not to mention, it's its home state. Of course it's been.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has a couple hundred times.
No, we're in the state of Victoria.
Family Guy. Gotcha.
I wanted to call it Peterland, but that gay bar down by the airport already got it.
Funny. Even the chickens laughing at that one.
So are you the evil chicken that always attacks Peter, or are you his son? That's a...
Well, technically, that chicken, according to Draga, isn't.
Oh, so it's a female chicken. I thought she was a male name. I'm sorry. You hungry? Some chicken nuggets?
Depends.
I know we get some fresh ones. Hi, little guy.
Anubis?
Hi.
Oh, crap.
Hi. You sure you don't want chicken nuggets? There's plenty here. There's plenty of
Anubis, have you cracked?
Fine, I guess you're right.
Oh, for the love of God, no.
What? Not doing nothing. Jack. What? Oh, sorry.
Anubis.
I'm putting it away.
What have I told you before? And now you just shot yourself. Congratulations.
Don't judge me. The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
NW2.0, these guys are the greatest tag team there is. We are the Knights of Pontiac. We're going to beat you guys' ass. We're going to make them pay. We're going to make you guys wish you had never been born. Actually, we got a problem, and I think we need to do something about that. Bring the hatchet down! Get up! Finish him. That's how we take care of problems in the Knights of Pontiac. What say you, Hatchet Crow? I guess we're done here.
Alrighty.
Lot to unpack here again. First, NW2.0 gets the tag belts. Myself and KeiyarlaDraga. She used her money in the bank, cashed in on Mantis and his tag team partner during Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Championship duel. Took the tag belts off of them.
Yep.
Anubis was, still world champion. Talk about his successful duel and everything.
Yep.
Getting a no-turn kill on me. Holy shit. And then you also have a little bit of drama there with Anubis signaling in the background when I'm talking about the tag belt. He's like, that's mine.
That's mine. Yeah.
Just you wait.
Managed to sneak one on.
Right when Hollywood turns to face the camera, he starts making the motions of, that's going to be mine.
Yeah.
I'm getting that tag belt back. Just you wait. It's going to be mine.
Which was very funny.
It worked for him because we're also setting up something with Anubis because when we got to this point in the story, the plan was Anubis was eventually going to break off and have his own faction going against NW2.0. We didn't know what we were going to call it. We didn't know exactly which direction it was going to go. The guy who was in the video with Mantis, he was going to be one of the guys who was teamed with Anubis and everything, and then we'd either throw in Mantis or someone else. But it wasn't going to be Savaril. Savaril was going to be staying in NW 2.0 with us.
Yeah.
Executioner, once again, still absent and everything because we're using him sparingly. We're wanting Executioner to be kind of like a special attraction in NW 2.0 to where if he's showing up, it's going to have an impact, it's going to have a purpose.
Yep.
And we're not going to use that until we need to use that. First Knights of Pontiac promo, pretty straightforward. Mantis won the tag titles. And yeah, not too much to say about that one, really, huh?
No, the first, 3 videos in that section, pretty standard stuff. Knights of Pontiac actually managed to make a video that was coherent.
Again.
Yeah.
Which they do it very
Yeah.
rarely, but Mantis, when he doesn't have another person who's crazy like that to bounce off of, then he can stick to a point and get it done.
Yep.
Knights of Pontiac have the tag titles again, and then we go to the next NW2.0 promo, which is Anubis talking about the past couple years in the Pontiac Duelist League.
Yep.
How one person almost ruined it for everyone else, and we had moved past him.
Yeah.
And then we get to the next Knights of Pontiac video where
they go right back to being crazy.
But there was a purpose for that particular one. Unfortunately, Corvus is having problems, and pretty big mental problems, so it was my way to kind of write him out a story and everything, because it's like, it was getting to be detrimental at this point. You knew that something was not quite right. I wanted to have Mantis rebuild the Knights of Pontiac with someone else. And we're really in a rebuilding phase. The storyline's going to continue. Saviril's at college, so he's not able to be there. He's got a job at the college, too, doing campus security as well. Yeah. So he's going to school and getting paid to be there. Yeah. So it's like, I can't fault you for not showing up to our events when, you know, they're actually paying you to be in school and everything. Yeah. So it's like, you know what?
You do
what you need to do, and when you are available, we will use you to our fullest ability, and we'll make everything, you know, the way it needs to be. I also did have a plan that if Savaril did, you know, win the world title or whatever, that we would go down to Bloomington and have duels with him down there. That didn't happen during this time period, but if it would have, we did have that in the cards. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Mantis turns on his longtime partner in the Knights of Pontiac, and as you can see, the good guy, bad guy line is kind of flipped again, because it's like now NW 2.0. Are they going to be the good guys? They're going to kind of take that role going forward, because it's like KeiyarlaDraga is upset that her brother got attacked and everything, and the fact they didn't do it from the front. He did it from behind. Yeah. And kicking him in the back of the head when he was down and not moving. That's just, yeah. But it was a necessary thing to, you know, be like, oh, this is where this is going.
Now we get to see the dark
side of Mantis.
Yeah.
This is him as a heel. He's not the anime protagonist that we thought he was in the beginning. Yep. But with both sides doing good guy and bad guy things, you could really pick a side and be like, even though these guys are not, you know, straight good guys, I prefer them. And once again, you have a very different dynamic with Mantis having a new guy in the Knights of Pontiac as well. And he doesn't really talk, so you just have Mantis, you know, being able to be the centerpiece, the leader of the Knights of Pontiac and everything. Yep. And NW 2.0 is going to continue doing what NW 2.0 does best, and Anubis is technically at the helm of things, even though I'm doing the discussion. So we're going to be building to something real big here soon. The embers are going to start to burn, where we build to LordlAnubis versus the Executioner. Yep. During Executioner's first championship run last time, he never faced Anubis. And this time around, if Anubis gets to it, he's going to be facing Executioner, and he did. So we build up that promo, and oh boy, were those two very intense promos, which they're not long, but they are impactful. Yep. So we'll discuss those at length when we get to them. Yep. But that pretty much covers this section, and once again, it's an hour and a half into our editing and everything, so we're going to have to call it a night here, and then we'll, you know, do part 3 of our physical recording and tinkering and everything else. Yep. But stay tuned, guys. It's just getting interesting. But notice how changing plans once again on the fly when the championships change hands. Yep. You have to. It's unpredictable. And even the one thing later on that I'll say is that we really missed the boat when Mantis won the world title. We should have done more with that instead of having a rematch just 3 days later. Yeah. We really should have milked that built to that match. We could have done something special with it, but it was a huge missed opportunity, especially for the storyline. But unfortunately, with personal lives and other shit going on, well, maybe, you know, some things better left unsaid, but we did touch on it with later promotional videos. So that just carries this section, and, well, people, stay tuned. It's not over yet.
Anubis, when I was Pontiac Duelist League World Champion, you never faced me. You defeated everybody in PDL except for me now. I've never faced you since you have won the Pontiac Duelist League World Champion. Now, I now formally challenge you to a duel for the Pontiac Duelist League World Champion. Your title reign will end like this man's career ended.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Mantis, Hatchet Crow, what you did to the Raven is despicable. However, you paid for it. We have your hardcore title, we have the tag team titles back, and LordlAnubis is still world champion. KeiyarlaDraga still has the NW2.0 title. We have all the power, and now Savaril is back. You see, we're going to get you back tenfold for what you did to KeiyarlaDraga's brother. I remember how distraught you were and everything about it. I promised you we would get revenge. We're going to get it. They put him in the hospital. And we're going to do the same to them. I promise. I promise. Alright? Anubis, we have to do what we gotta do. Savaril, will you help us? They have to pay for that. I like the sound of that. I know. They fired the first shot to admit. They will pay 100-fold for it. You do not put your hands on someone like that and put them in the hospital. Savaril, it's great to have you back, though, on another note. And if you want to challenge with LordlAnubis, me and KeiyarlaDraga for our world tag team titles, we're right here. Sounds good. Good to have you back. You're back. Glad to hear. Draga, is there anything you wanted to say to Mantis and Hatchet Crow? Anubis, is there anything you wanted to remark about what they did to the Raven? You guys better watch your back.
This is the Hatchet Crow's domain, I guess. It's a bit small. Well, I guess this is yours now. After all, you did take out the Raven. And by the way, we're rebelling against NW2.0, and this is our new star boy. Our baby face, if you will. Just smell him. He smells of victory. Never mind. But can you do more of that? Men of few words. Men of even more action, though. Reminds me a lot of Sylvester Stallone in Judge Dredd. Yes. Anyway. Just came here to give my old buddy the title. He beat me for it. It was pretty good, too. New deck. And, you know, by the way, rebelling and whatnot, it's gonna happen. So, prepare to see this man's face on every poster, on every street, on every corner. That is all.
hatchet down.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. Hello everybody, LordlAnubis. As you all know, I am the World Champion. Now, apparently, the Executioner has challenged me for my title. This is very interesting because when he was the World Champion, I never once faced him. But now, apparently, since I'm the World Champion and I've been undefeated, he wants to face me. He thinks that he can defeat me. I don't know what is going on in his mind, but I'm undefeated. I slaughter everybody who has faced me. So what makes him think he's going to be any different? He's not different. I will slaughter him just the same. You hear me, Executioner? You're dead. The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
My boy here just beat Big Boss. What do you think about that, fools? Yeah, we're going to the top after this. I'm gonna take out KeiyarlaDraga if he can't, and then we're both gonna have titles. And then after that, we're going after the tag titles too. What do you think about that, boys? That's all I got. The hatchet will fall. Okay, Drama King. Jeez. Calm down. We're not even done anything yet except for taking out that one guy.
Tis just the beginning for the bloodshed.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Hello everyone, HollywoodBigBoss here, and as you can see, this is the first time that all 5 members of NW2.0 are here together. So at this time, I would like to award the winner, Savaril, of the Forbidden Memories tournament that we just had, the trophy. Congratulations, that was one of the hardest fought duels I'd ever seen. But seriously though, you had to go through all of that. What's your thoughts on winning that tournament?
Different. Very, very different deck formatting and play style.
I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it worked for you, didn't it? Executioner, hard fought loss even though he got second place.
Yep.
Congrats.
Got whooped.
But we have a bit of a problem aside from that. Mantis and Hatchet Crow have unveiled the new Knights of Pontiac Hardcore Championship that looks like it was dug out of the garbage.
Probably was.
Yeah, I'll agree there.
Hey, like
so, I'm going to make it my personal goal right now to take that championship from Hatchet Crow. We know he just won it from Mantis. We knew he kicked his backside all over the place. So we're going to take that belt off of him. We're going to get control again. You and Savaril will be defending your tag team titles against them as well. And the reason why is I want to make a statement. I want you to show them that there is no tag team in PDL right now that can hold a candle to you. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
KeiyarlaDraga, you've held the NW2.0 title for more than 90 days, is it now? Big congratulations. I mean, seriously. And I promise you, we will get revenge. Mantis, Hatchet Crow, what you did to the Raven was disgusting. Part 1 of our plan has already succeeded. We're moving into Phase 2. We're taking that hardcore title and we're going to beat your candy asses into the ground. And Savaril, Anubis, you two are the guys to do it. Executioner, I have a special assignment for you. As you know, I have seen and heard your calls to face LordlAnubis for his PDL World Championship. I've seen it. I know about it. So as of this moment, I'm making it official. Next month, we will see LordlAnubis face the Executioner for the Pontiac Duelist League World Championship for the first time ever. Anubis, is there anything you'd like to say?
You know different.
Executioner? Any thoughts there on who's going to win? Draga? No idea? It's the first time they've ever faced each other, and I guarantee you it will be one of the most exciting duels we've ever seen. Have a good one. But first, though, take care of Mantis and Hatchet Crow. That's our objective now. We need to put them in the ground where they belong. I'm glad to see that everyone's on the same page today. And I'm glad that we had such a great tournament and showed those Knights of Pontiac suckers that there's nothing that they can do to stop us now. So, you have your work to do, we have our work to do. Let's get going.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Alrighty. Well, not a whole lot of things to unpack on this one.
Yeah, just pretty straightforward. Executioner making the challenge to Anubis. Anubis accepting.
Yep.
Mantis and his new Knight of Pontiac after taking out his old teammate. You know, just making a statement, giving him a new hardcore title and all that. Yeah, not really a lot to unpack. It's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
No real big conflicts yet. But something that I did want to point out that people wouldn't notice, you know, just going into this from a blind perspective, as far as what Anubis' clothing choices and everything, he's starting to wear ICP shirts and wear an ICP hat. We're already starting to hint that he's no longer going to be on NW2.0's side coming up in the next few months and everything like that. But we're not wanting to do it outright.
Yeah.
We're doing it very subtly, very under the radar. As far as Mantis, he's got his guy pretty locked in. Then you have the last video, which first time all 5 members of NW 2.0 on camera. Talk about the tournament that Savaril won, the Forbidden Memories PlayStation 1 game, which, holy shit, that's a very different way of playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Unless you've played it, you really have no idea what, you know. It's a totally different fucking ballgame. And then furthering the storyline with Anubis and Executioner at the same time. Being like, I've heard your challenge, and we're going to make it official the following month. You're dueling each other for the first time when it comes to a world title on the line. So, sadly, unfortunately, the duels didn't match the hype that we were building to this.
Yeah.
But overall, is there anything you wanted to point out or thoughts on it?
Not really, because I just don't think this set was just building and not really, there were no twists or turns.
Everything's simmering. It's not exploding yet.
Yeah.
We're not to the action. Everyone's getting their battle lines drawn. Mantis is definitely in his own little zone.
Yeah.
His partner's pretty much like a guy from the movie Deliverance, if you've ever seen that. Like, the hillbillies are really quiet and just, like, creepy and everything. Not saying a lot or anything like that. And pretty much just like he went from someone who he could play off of or whatever to just like a hired goon.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just no emotion, no anything.
Yeah.
It's just he's there as like Mantis's tough backup and that's about it. But going forward, shit's about to start to hit the fan, not just for NW 2.0, but some really crazy stuff is about to go down, and yeah. So I think we should just get to that part and get into it.
Alrighty.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Where the fuck Savaril should have been here with LordlAnubis. Just at the event stage. It shouldn't be taking this long. Wait a second, is that his car? What the hell? Doug! What happened? Doug! Call the cops. Do something. Call the cops. Come on, man. Savaril. Doug.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Welcome to the Knights of Pontiac meeting. I am Hatchet Crow. We are the tag champs after defeating Big Boss and KeiyarlaDraga. With me is my beloved partner Night Rose, and my good friend Mantis, who has a world title shot against Anubis who screwed him over. He will get his retribution. Blood will be spilled, and the hatchet will fall.
It's not right what you did. I will get your title. We will all have one. As you can see, they already have one. I have yet to have mine. It will be mine. The best title, the world title, will be mine.
The hatchet will be brought down on Anubis.
The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
What the hell just happened, Draga?
I don't know.
Where the hell does Mantis keep getting these guys? Seriously. I mean, now they have the New World Organization National Championship. And who the hell is this Night Rose they brought in?
I don't know, but I am a little irritated that we have another diva in PDL.
Feel your status quo is being challenged, I take it?
Yeah.
Not liking
Very
it
much.
one bit either on my end. This sucks. Now they control 3 titles. This is bad. LordlAnubis has the world title on it. Mantis beats him. Then
we're
screwed.
Yeah.
We cannot let the Knights of Pontiac have that much power. This is bad. And they can walk around with that piece of shit title all they want, but it doesn't matter because we have the real belt right here. And they're never going to get it from us. Draga, we have to step up our game big time. I mean, the Executioner falling to Hatchet Crow, not good.
Not good indeed.
If he can beat the Executioner, Anubis, his days are numbered and then some. I'm not liking it. How about you?
I'm not liking it either.
Not to mention the fact that they took our tag titles. Savaril got taken out. And they took out your brother. I mean, what the hell? You think knocking out the Raven like they did would have weakened them?
I guess they just wanted to get rid of, like, the weak players before they brought in, you could say, new blood or something like that.
Brought in their A-team?
Yeah.
Not good. Not good at all. And Night Rose has the hardcore title. And the tag title. This sucks. It really does. That won't matter in a little bit. Because I guarantee you that if I put this belt on the line against those Knights of Pontiac idiots, they wouldn't be able to beat me. In fact, that seems like a good idea. Night Rose, the hardcore title you carry means nothing. This is the real hardcore championship, and even KeiyarlaDraga will agree with me on it. So until you beat us for this, your title reign means nothing. You understand that. You can carry around that piece of garbage for all we care for, but it doesn't mean anything. This is the real hardcore title. And this title actually means something, unlike yours. So, Draga, I think I'm going to have to make a couple phone calls.
Okay.
But this Knights of Pontiac situation has gone way out of hand. We should have been able to squash them a lot earlier on, and the fact that they control 3 titles now, it's too much. Not liking this at all. I'll be back. If you want to, go ahead and go over your deck. I'll bring some more cards out and we'll try to fix the holes in our strategies and everything that still exist. I'll be back.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
You know, since I started this group, we have like gone through hell and back. And now I got you. I got myself a new world title. Oh yes, this is so kick-ass. You want one?
You also gonna claim Night Rose's hardcore and our tag too?
Probably. I did make this group, so if I didn't, you'd probably be elsewhere. And you fly my banner, son.
Your banner.
Yes, my banner.
Somehow I don't see how that is relevant right now.
You fly the colors of the Knights of Pontiac. That is me.
Mantis, you gutless son of a bitch.
You dick!
You coward. With how you took out the Ravens, you think that we're going to just stand by and let you do it to other people? Not anymore. Not anymore.
The Ravens?
You're going down, remember? Your teammate, your best friend, who you and the Hatchet Crow decided to just lay out for no apparent reason?
Oh, that's right, yeah. I remember that guy. How's he doing?
Why don't you ask him herself?
Herself? I'm a man, damn it. Not from what I heard.
After all, he's my tough backup.
You know, my friend, or my enemy.
That'd be a friend of me, by the way.
Yeah, you could go shove it up your ass, you son of a bitch.
Take that for you.
You see, I am mental right up here in my head. You know, you fucked with the wrong man. You fucked with a man that has 4 personalities. And you know what? You're going down, you son of a bitch.
You think Hatchet Crow's going to save you, Mantis?
You're claiming
his titles, his accomplishments as your own.
And by the way, I really did not want to defend my title anymore, so that's why I don't have the NWO title anymore. And you know why?
From what I
But
heard,
still, he
it.
took it from one of your guys. It doesn't matter. We have it now. LordlAnubis has it.
From what I heard, you didn't take it. He gave it to you.
Doesn't matter. He handed it to me on a silver platter. So what? I don't care. What I do care is putting stability back in the PDL, which you are driving a wedge between everyone. Like a certain someone who you know who I'm talking about. You're doing the exact same thing that he did.
You ready to kick their asses?
You know what? Let's go kick their asses. Let's get them.
Wait!
You gutless son of a bitch!
No, you asshole!
No.
Hatchet Crow, you better hold his ass back.
Not now.
You're my stogie!
A raven!
That's my stogie! No! Oh, come on!
That looked like it hurt, Mantis. That looked like it hurt. You know what, Mantis?
For a while.
More than that came from.
Not the silver one! Fine. I'm back for you, asshole!
Coward!
Taking it! Oh, yes.
What? Anubis?
That is.
What the hell? Where have you been?
Right over there.
Well, thank God. Good thing you showed up when you did. What the hell was that with Raven? I thought he was on our side.
You trusted a dude with 4 personalities.
Hell no!
Seriously.
But I still thought that was what Mantis and Hatchetcrow did to him. You know what? I have an idea.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
Thank God. We actually got the hardcore title back. Holy shit. This is good, Draga. This is very good. They can keep that piece of shit belt. But everyone knows I beat Mantis for this title. You saw it, Hatchetcrow saw it, and with how things are looking, it seems that Hatchetcrow might actually be listening to reason after what happened to him last time. Still, though, smoothing things over with him after what LordlAnubis did, yeah. I still don't get what Anubis is up to, though. I mean, honestly. I mean, it's like he's out of control now or something. We can't have that. Granted, Mantis and Raven, they're batshit insane. We know that. But Hatchetcrow actually seems to have some sense in him. And just when you think I'm getting through the guy, Anubis went and pulled a stunt like that. Granted, I wanted to yell at him for it, but... yeah, not the time nor the place. Anyway, this belt's ours again. Thank God. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. I agree.
No one can stop NW2.0 now. We just need to get a hold of the Executioner. Because you and I both know his rematch against Hatchetcrow did not go well. Strange thing is, Anubis wasn't even at the PDL event either.
Makes you wonder what he's thinking.
Well, I do know that there was an FFA convention today, so... and it's out of state, so it's highly possible he could be there.
True.
Because it's a week-long thing. So if that's his excuse, then he's fine. I know he's in that class. But if not, hell's going to come down on him. But still, now we have 2 titles. We have the New World Organization, National, and the Hardcore. Things couldn't get any better for us. And I think you could agree. Getting this belt back means a lot. You can see my face in the belt. Looks pretty cool. Wouldn't you agree?
Pretty cool.
Mirror. I never realized that.
Really shiny.
Ah, yes, that too. Shiny, shiny. Oh well. We did our part today. Thanks, Draga.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, we can just get the Executioner here next time. Oh well. Anyway, let's get going. Alright.
Okay.
Go ahead and leave this thing here. But we got it. We did it.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0. The following message is brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
So, Draga, here we are again. Mantis and Raven. What the hell were they thinking? Honestly. Really. I mean, they got arrested for God's sakes. Your brother, I see that happening with, but Mantis too? What the hell? And then again, we're probably better off without them, because if they're going to cause problems like that, we don't need them.
Oh, by the way, have you heard anything from LordlAnubis or the executioner lately?
Ah, shit. Executioner's out with bronchitis. I spoke to his mother. He can't even talk. He's that bad. LordlAnubis, I haven't heard anything from him since he lost the world title to the Executioner. Nothing. Not one phone call, not one text, not one email. Nothing. Well, at least Crow is keeping up his end of the deal. Because as long as we have him, and he's willing to carry his weight, we can fix any problems that are thrown our way. Him bringing in Sound Warrior, though, I think is a good thing, too. I mean, you dueled him. And even more importantly, the fact that they were willing to throw away Mantis' Hardcore Championship and request that we bring back the old one, I think that's pretty noble. My personal opinion, but... anything else you want to talk about, or... Because I know it has to be frustrating for you, too. Because, I mean, Savaril got taken out by God knows who, probably Raven and Mantis. Executioner's sick. And the Knights of Pontiac are down to 2. Well, actually 3 guys now. But apparently, Crow's going to be renaming the group, so... I'm thinking that we should probably put this to an end. Because there's no point in fighting Crow or Night Rose or Sound Warrior. They never did anything to us. They got drawn in by Mantis and Raven and their little games they were playing. You know about that. And there's no point in continuing this war against them. So I say, let's set up a meeting, let's talk to them, and let's settle this. Because, yeah, Crow's actually willing to talk. And as much as, you know, he said that, as much as he's hated admitting that I'm right, it's not something to celebrate. Because we're down 2 guys now. You know, I've always said I hate being right about things, but this is one situation where I really hate being right. Shit. Well, an Extreme Elimination's coming up, so... yeah. Hopefully we can get our shit together as far as not just NW2.0, but our whole league. But anyway, we got stuff to do. Hate when shit like this happens. It's never a good sign.
The preceding message was brought to you by New World Organization 2.0.
And there we have it. That's the last of the videos for Knights of Pontiac versus NW 2.0. Yeah.
Speaking of just this section, and
let's just talk about this section first, and then get back to
you can kind of see where things were trying to be developed, but then didn't really
pan out.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. To what it was supposed to be.
Real life happens, and it is what it is. You know, there's nothing you can do when real life shit happens, gets in the way of what we were planning to do with the storyline. This set of videos everything was pretty straightforward. You have NW 2.0 regrouping after the last part, and then Savaril, all of a sudden, he's taken out. And the reason why is he's going to be at college a lot more often because he's actually working campus security down there. So he has to be at the building like 6 days a week, which, you know, makes sense. So we wrote him off. We wrote Ibn Masayo into the storyline with Mantis and the Knights of Pontiac and everything. Which, you know, needed to happen. It worked, because Mantis has talked about how he lost the world title to LordlAnubis and everything, and how he'll get it back. Following NW 2.0 promo, myself and KeiyarlaDraga talk about what we're going to do on our end. Anubis is kind of MIA at this point, so we're trying to make chicken salad with chicken shit, keep the, you know, ball rolling, but it's like, it's really hard when you're down Executioner, Anubis, and Savaril. I mean...
Three big hitters right there.
Yeah, and then we had the fight video, which was taped ahead of time, thank God. Thank God we filmed that like a month or so in advance. And that one took us like 18 different takes to get right, too. It took a lot of time on that one. The PlayStation 2s that we used were completely broken PS2s. In fact, the black one, I even took out all the guts of it, because when I'm hitting him with it, I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want to kill the guy. I wanted to make it look like, oh, he hit him with a PlayStation 2. So it's like, you know, I want it to look good, but not... And that's the one thing that I had to talk with him about, is like, he didn't want to go down when in the first take, when I hit him with the silver one, he didn't go down, and it's like, cut, no, no. You need to go down. I do not want to knock you the fuck out.
Please.
I'm hitting you at the right place to make it sound like I'm absolutely waffling you with this thing, which I'm hitting him pretty good. But at the same time, it sounds worse than what it actually is. Then you also throw in the fact Mantis smoking a cigar, claiming, you know, his other members' victories as his own and everything, kind of turning into a dictator as a character and everything. But there was a twist to be had with that and everything, which was his new guy and Anubis was going to be breaking off from NW 2.0. Blagana was going to be breaking off from the Knights of Pontiac, and they were going to form Juggalo World Organization, their own faction, and then go against NW 2.0. The original plan for Mantis is that we would actually have him join with NW 2.0 after the fact. He wouldn't be the Knights of Pontiac anymore. He would come to our side. And he'd be like, I can't fight them by myself. You can't fight them by yourself because you just lost Anubis. You lost Savaril. You and KeiyarlaDraga. And then Corvus, you know, being rid off and everything. Which I'm kind of glad that his last video in our group was, you know, just him kind of being, you know, put down and everything, written off, all that stuff. Once again, you know, thank God for taping in advance and, you know, getting stuff done so that way we have the end game of our story, and then all we gotta do is put all the middle pieces in. And then the last two videos with myself and KeiyarlaDraga talk about how the Knights of Pontiac have a different hardcore belt and that our belt's the real one, as a way to goad them into dueling us for it and then getting it. Well, that's, you know, just icing on the cake and everything. Executioner legit did get bronchitis, so he was down for a good chunk of time. And everything. Thankfully, we were able to keep the world title matches on schedule, but that's why there was almost a 2-week gap in between a couple of the title duels and everything. It's because it's like, he got better, and then he wasn't better for a bit. Then he got better, then he...
didn't,
But, you know, it's one of those things where real life happens, and you can only adjust to real life. So, unfortunately, the storyline ends here because we ran out of people. We ran out of ammunition And then we had an issue with one of the people in this story, and that's why there were 3 other Knights of Pontiac promos. But the reason why I'm choosing not to put them in here at all is that they happened after Mantis's and Corvus's arrest. It was an arrest for trespassing. It happened because of someone who Mantis knew at the time. She had invited him to a Halloween party and everything. The grandma found out about it, that they were at her house without permission. So she only wanted her granddaughter arrested, and then it was supposed to be expunged from the record, all that stuff. But no, they arrested everyone over the age of 18, which the only 2 guys who were older were Mantis and Corvus, and they spent 3 days in jail without any charges. And it took Mantis's mom yelling at them over the phone for them finally to release them, because it's like, what are they being charged with? What are they being charged with? Why are we not hearing about them getting charged with anything? The other thing is that Corvus, as far as I remember from KeiyarlaDraga, she just said like 5 a.m. in like Monday morning or whatever, he just showed up at the house and they had let him go. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That situation was not handled well. Corvus ended up getting suspended because he had stolen his sister's MP3 player, which I had spent like $50 on, or $40 at the time, very expensive. And it's like, I had gotten that for her, not for you.
Yeah.
And that's money out of my pocket. That's a gift that was hers that you stole. And it's completely lost because we can't get it back because it's at that house. And I gave him like a half a year suspension over it. And then, yeah, it's just everything fell apart once Mantis got arrested. It's like, there's no Knights of Pontiac. He got shipped off to California by his mom. Like, there's nothing we can do. Mantis tried to get a Yu-Gi-Oh group going there, only got 1 guy in it, didn't really develop into anything. But the storyline plans were, after this, once LordlAnubis, if his shit wouldn't have happened either, would have been breaking off, forming this new faction, and then NW2.0 would grab Mantis, and then we'd be going against this new group. Corvus had what happened not happened. He would have been joining the other side with LordlAnubis, which is weird when you think about it, because it's like the other guy attacked him, but it only made sense with how his personality was and everything. He could be the comic relief on their end, and then all of us, we'd have Mantis as kind of like our guy, and it would redraw the battle lines in a very, very different angle from how this one really was. Overall, I'm still very proud of what we did. Granted, we're 3.5 hours into this, but I'm still very, very proud of everything that all of us were able to do with this, because this was our first excerpt in filmmaking, and I didn't want to do like a movie. I wanted to do something episodic, so that way you'd be like, oh, what's next? Oh, what's next? Oh, what's next? And there was also kind of that spiteful part of me when it came to Kappa W at the time. It's like, oh, he calls himself an aspiring filmmaker and everything. I'll make more films than him in an entire year. And if you really look at it, they're real short films and everything. But you need to watch every single one in order to get the full story. And you're not going to get the subtleties and the nuances. Like, you have LordlAnubis wearing a ICP shirt starting at right before Saviril's attacked. He's wearing insane clown posse gear. You have Mantis's new guy in the red shirt who's also wearing an ICP shirt underneath, which you really couldn't see, but at the same time, you know, all this stuff is hinting towards them coming, you know, together as a group, but it never happened. Oh well. But I can't. And that's part of the reason, like, I showed you those other videos. The other 3, which we're not adding to this list. And even you said they don't fit in the storyline. They're not the Knights of Pontiac.
No, they really weren't. Because the Knights of Pontiac was Mantis.
Yeah, and it's always Mantis. Knights of Pontiac have always been Mantis. Regardless, he's always own the group. Back in the day, it was the Silver Knights. I'm the one who renamed it the Knights of Pontiac, and we just kept going with it. But you can't have a Knights of Pontiac without Mantis. You can't have... You could have potentially an NW2.0 without myself, but you would have to have the right people in it. You'd need someone else to be the mouthpiece in it.
I would debate otherwise, but we'll leave that for a different video.
Yeah, but that's some people's perspective on things. Like, I did a lot of the talking for the rest of the guys in my group. And I wanted to, because some of them, they didn't feel comfortable talking themselves on camera. Executioner's one of those guys, like, that's why he doesn't do a lot of videos.
Yeah.
When he talks, it's impactful because he's actually talking. He's, not just, standing there brooding and just going along with it. If he says something, oh, fuck, Executioner, saying something. Yeah. That's why he's a special attraction when it comes to this. That's why his only, independent promo going into this whole set was calling out LordlAnubis. His only one that he talked was calling out Anubis for that world title shot. Now, Anubis did a bunch of talking himself.
Yeah, a bunch.
A lot. And he was able to do it. That's why I wanted him to, do his own faction later on. He could carry the vocals. And projections and making it seem like, okay, these two really do hate each other. It's coming to blows. It's going to be a battle. Mantis, he's just crazy, but he works at the same time because it's like order versus chaos, And it's like Mantis being what he is and everything, he's an easy guy to play off video-wise and everything. KeiyarlaDraga, if you look at her switching sides and how she evolved from very quiet to, being the diva of dueling and one of the most ruthless female competitors in Pontiac Duelist League history, it's like, holy shit. Because during this entire time, she's either the world champion or the NW2.0 national champion from back in the day, now Intercontinental. But she's holding a belt the whole way through, pretty much.
Yeah. I think only at the tail end she didn't have one, I think.
Only at the very tail end, yeah.
Yeah.
But, and then you also have a point of contention with the new hardcore title. We unveiled... Sorry. We unveiled this new belt, which was a storyline way to show difference between Knights of Pontiac and NW2.0. They're finally, revealing a championship and kind of getting one over on us, but,
Yep.
And then the Rated R belt, which Anubis absolutely loved, and you could tell.
Yeah.
And you could tell by Anubis's facial reactions and everything, even going through this, that he was developing his own attitude, developing this character in the background. And it's like, I cannot wait to see what he's going to do next. But unfortunately, real life happens and stuff doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But this is what we have to offer you people. This is everything from the storyline in its entirety. NW2.0 versus the Knights of Pontiac. And going through this, was there really a good guy or bad guy in this entire storyline?
No, it was... When you look at it, not from a perspective of one group, you just see two warring factions. That's all it is.
And both of them are using, at sometimes, underhanded tactics.
Yes.
Very underhanded tactics.
Yeah. With NW2.0 just seemingly managing to covertly convert guys from one
side to another. I mean, we start off with Savaril and Anubis, who are in the Knights of Pontiac. That's our first shot.
Yep.
We get two guys to defect. Then we get KeiyarlaDraga to defect. Then Executioner, who's completely unaffiliated, joins.
Yeah, and then you have Mantis, who's just... He starts... You remember when we first started this, I called him the stereotypical
anime protagonist.
And then we see, at the very end there, we see him turn into more of a dictator, almost.
Yeah. Where it's like, he is a very not-so-nice guy. He's taking credit for all of his subordinates' actions.
Yeah.
All their successes. Not their failures, but their successes he's taking credit for.
Yep.
There was a lot more that we could have done with his character like once, you know, his group betrayed him and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of what we were able to do here.
Mm-hmm.
However, looking back on it, I could just say I'm very happy with everyone who participated.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much to those, you know, who I respect and everything. To those who are good human beings. Thank you so much for making this thing so good. Because this is, what, going to be almost 4 hours worth of video right here.
Almost.
On just this one. I mean... and... yeah, it's just kind of nice to take this trip down memory road and look at, you know, everything from start to finish and get a feel for this is what Hollywood Big Boss's character was. This was Anubis. This was Savaril.
Yeah.
This was Mantis. This was KeiyarlaDraga. And Executioner. And it's like, holy shit. It was really something special. Anything that you wanted to add on that and everything? Just your thoughts about this, or
it shows these videos show the how even to this day we make videos.
Yeah, because there's no wasted motion. We're always thinking about the future. What's next? Here and now is all right, and that's where some people get lost. They're like, "What am I doing now?" Now doesn't matter.
No.
What you're doing now is building up to 6 months, a year and a half from now, what you're going to be doing if you're involved in the storyline. Did we have people in PDL who weren't involved in the storyline? Yes.
Yeah.
They weren't shown on camera, and I was fine with that. If they spoke up and everything.
Yeah.
Which, you know, easy enough to, you know, just say, hey, I don't want to do this. And it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But, yeah, but it doesn't leave a good taste in my mouth just to leave it off like this.
Yeah.
So as kind of like a bonus, I'm going to do something special.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have the first promo of NW2.0 from 2012. The first promo of the new year when they had gotten back the World Championship and the World Tag Titles. And the first promo of Mantis' return from California to the Pontiac Duelist League after this little segment.
Okay.
Because it's like, I don't... leaving it here just...
It's not right.
Yeah, it's not right. The more and more I've thought about it, it's like, we just need to have those two videos at the tail end, just as kind of like a thank you to everyone who was involved. And, you know, it's only fitting that we show that thanks to the Duelists who, you know, made something of this storyline, and give a special thanks to Mantis as well, because it's like, without him, I wouldn't have had an antagonist to go against, and he wouldn't have been able to be, you know, a protagonist to me, depending on which side of the scale you saw.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't have really anything else to say, so, is there anything else you wanted to say, Alistar, or...
Not on my end.
But yeah, this is Hollywood Big Boss and Alistar. My 6th part interview, which is more of a watch-along here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And here's those last 2 videos of NW2.0 and the return of Mantis to the Pontiac Duelist League in 2012.
Hello everyone, Hollywood Big Boss here, and I'm standing here with the PDL World Champion, KeiyarlaDraga, who won Extreme Elimination 11, and my new tag team partner as of today, January 1st, the new year, 2012, the Executioner. Great to have you here today. But as we all know, the situation with LordlAnubis has taken a not-so-good turn. I have already uploaded all the evidence which was given to me by an anonymous source dealing with violent Anubis dealings in trying to disrupt PDL in general. And we've all seen it. We saw the attack on Savaril. We saw them talking about it while LordlAnubis, mind you, was still PDL World Champion at the time. We saw Anubis then spray paint JWO on one of the old NW2.0 belts. And come to think of it, I'm actually regretting giving LordlAnubis that belt. And then last but not least, them bragging about how they're going to win Extreme Elimination and probably going to use some underhanded tactics to do it, but all that kind of fell through the floor, wouldn't you agree? I mean, LordlAnubis didn't even show up to the fight. When it comes to LordlAnubis, however, things are a little bit different. Wouldn't you agree, Executioner and Draga? The former co-owner of PDL, and I use former strongly, his time in PDL is pretty much over, and I think we all can agree on that with what he did. There's no point in having him continue. So as far as LordlAnubis, we just have a couple minor details to iron out, but his era in PDL has ended. But we're going to get back to the positives. And one of the positives right now is that KeiyarlaDraga was able to get this world title belt in Extreme Elimination. And how was that, being able to finally win your first Extreme Elimination?
It felt pretty good and stuff.
I'm glad you did it. First female duelist ever to win Extreme Elimination. And many thought they'd never see the day when a female duelist would win the world title, or let alone have her own custom belt. But, to be honest, it's her title reign, she can use whatever she wants. But, in final statements as far as PDL, we will be putting our World Tag Team titles on the line in our first defense against KeiyarlaDraga and Night Rose. And in addition, Night Rose, for generously deciding not to show Extreme Elimination 11, will get a World Championship opportunity against KeiyarlaDraga this week. That is final as far as that goes. I will update you on the future status of the New World Organization Championship a little later, but yes, NW2.0 still controls the title. We do not have it with us at the moment. There's a good reason for that, and we'll go into more details on that later. Executioner, is there anything you wanted to say at the moment? No? Draga, is there anything about this situation you'd like to say?
Nope.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to finally get through all this problem. And I assure you that the Pontiac Duelist League will recover and be stronger than ever after all this is over. I promise you. But until then, the Pontiac Duelist League will forge forward as we always have.
Hello, I am Mantis. I've returned from Three Rivers, California to defend my title here back in Pontiac, Illinois. Things have not been going very well over there. Stress hit an all-time high, at least for me, and those who were with me. At least it's good that I'm back, because now I'm ready to show everybody who's the best around here. That's Mantis.
Hello everybody. To keep yourself warm this holiday season, I recommend Satan in a Box. Satan in a Box, roasting your chestnuts over an open fire 24/7. Happy holidays, everyone.